And it's on the
big
Switch. it's just a discussion between the certain players they have, the central characters,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and you
like
get
promotional.
yeah, you get a little story about every single one of them. But
That's pretty
you
cool.
know, it tells you that some characters die in the game, some not. Eh, It's kind of good, but I think it's like I feel like it was pushed too fast, and they got way too lazy on the storyline.
I'm actually surprised they introduced Loba and then the update. Usually do it all at once.
Well, Loba, she's the main character to the story that they just put. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, I know, but I'm just surprised they introduced her like months ahead of the actual update.
well, they had to
Yeah,
because they're saying that her special ability to just trade with the market and stuff
yeah.
had a bug. So instead of getting all the market around it, that her meter radius was like
Hmm.
600 meters radius. So they had
Yep.
to fix that before they came out.
That's what's up. But yeah,
So it just
oh
delayed.
well.
But they put another thing called the treasure map. Uh, that you have to go find the little treasures around the map, and you get
Yeah,
certain skins and stuff. That's it. Well, I guess they're doing these treasure maps because they want to get more people on it, and it's working. For little kids, I believe.
yeah.
I installed that shit a long time ago. When Loa came out, I was like, nah, this is busted.
Are you guys down to go to Canada though,
Yes.
Yeah,
permanently?
Yes.
yeah. If Donald Trump becomes president in the next 4 years, yes.
He probably is.
If he is, I'm just going to Canada. And
'Cause
like,
I'm 28. When I move out, I have one opportunity to go one place for like 5 years, and so I can save up to move again. So once we make this move, we stuck there for a while.
I'm down, but the thing is like,
You're an accountant. You can go anywhere.
yeah, but there's my degree accounts over there in Canada.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah, okay. Well,
You're
I
not
have
a,
that over
you're
there,
not
so
a
I'm
doc-
I'm down.
doctors are different. Accountants are the same everywhere.
Well, to be honest, I have family over there. I have Arno over there, so
In Canada?
yeah,
Oh yeah, you said he went to university there, right?
yeah, yeah. So I
He
just
works at a
see him.
Starbucks over there.
Yeah, so I hit him up. I die a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because hopefully I can get a job in the next 6 months.
I think you will, bro. You don't have to. You
Nah,
know,
but
you don't have to worry that much. I know you
the
will.
whole,
But
uh,
I don't know if you're gonna stay in California. That's the problem.
yeah, I think that's the thing. 'Cause I think there's just so much competition in California that they don't give a fuck about people who just got out of college. Like, why hire me when you have Google right there?
But to be honest, the only thing you need is to like they give you the opportunity, and after that, you have everything under control.
Hey, but that's the hardest part, the opportunity.
You will get it. You have to be committed. You have to like show up to the place most of the time.
I
We're
wish.
alive. I didn't know.
What we have?
That's
Yeah.
Congress.
Oh well, hello guys. Sorry
We're not
about
live.
Yeah, we are. Like right now.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
we're waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
Let
splash
me
screen,
change
right?
the
Yeah.
US a little bit of sync.
I'm over here on my phone and shit.
See, now people can see how you are. I'm just kidding. Let's see.
A lazy ass nigga. That's what.
Hey, he said it.
So, yeah, sucks. Oh well, we still have email, right?
I mean, look. I mean, well, what's called? What's this? We have a friend that's leaving, right? He's going to San Antonio. No, not San Antonio. San
Diego.
Jose.
Oh, San Jose, okay.
Who's leaving?
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what really got me to think about it because he was telling me about how he moved from Colorado, and I'm just like, damn, man, maybe I do have to move to get it. Like, you know what I mean?
But like it bounces. Like you go there and then you're like, okay, you get the job over there, but because everything is going to be remote nowadays, technically somebody who state borders are not going to matter anymore.
Yeah, that's what I hope. That's what I hope. But it's like it's just one of those things where it's just like, damn, man. And I've been looking for 6 months. I put in like 500 applications. Maybe so like, damn, maybe I should just like give it a chance somewhere else.
I say do it.
Um,
because like you don't. I'm telling you, like you apply to the company who is outside the state, but they have branches everywhere.
Right.
I mean, I think my sister-in-law works for doing analytics and like just improvising websites and stuff like that for companies in other states. You know how it
Right. Right. But that's the thing, because it's like my I guess brother-in-law. Yeah, my brother-in-law saying that there's a lot of jobs in Atlanta, for like the kind of degree I have. He was like, "Oh man, you could easily get a job out here." I'm just like, "Damn, but the South is racist."
we
And
were
like,
Sir,
we were
we don't
there.
want to touch the South or Florida.
right. Because the thing is, Atlanta is predominantly black, but the thing is just that you know it's in Atlanta. It's like it's so different from California. Like they have like a heavy religious component. There's a lot of racism. It's like it's a negative place for me to be because I have a feeling I won't fit in very well.
I'm telling you, we didn't go to Atlanta, but we went to Savannah, and yeah, like essentially their biggest tourist draw is this park filled with Confederate statues.
Oh, that little it was like what, a street, right?
Yeah.
Where you go down and it's like statues all down the street. Yeah, I remember him
There's,
telling me about that.
it's a very beautiful like town. It's super expensive to live around there, and a lot of the houses are museums for like slave owners and stuff like that.
Right.
And so they contextualize it really well, but Atlanta, I'm not entirely sure if they can do that.
Right. No, because what they're saying is that what he was saying was that there's like a rush of tech, black tech people going into Atlanta, and so as a result, like a lot of companies like setting up shop there, and they're just like hiring like crazy. And so he was like, "Oh man, you can come get with like a job easily out here." And I'm just like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, he said I can stay with him, but I don't know the area like that. I like California.
It's cheap
Oh,
over there.
no, it's definitely cheap. Yeah, definitely cheap.
Like if you like California, stay in California. But it's gonna be harder for you to find a job.
No, I say go work, then you bounce back over here.
That's true.
You,
Yeah.
I mean,
you
you only get the experience, yeah.
you
Only thing
think
can
about
get.
you think about just you're going to pick up the job and that's it.
True.
And later on you can bring the job with you to whenever.
That's true. Yeah. It's so crazy.
Talk about having jobs outside of the country, outside of the state. They sent me an email that they need accountant for Oregon.
Yeah. That's the thing.
In
Like,
Oregon because they're trying to make a big business company, and the one who emailed me was my accounting teacher for Dominguez Hills.
yeah, I don't know, man, for sure. Because it's like I've been getting kind of offers from like all kinds of crazy jobs I never really applied to. Like I remember they tried to get me to teach English in China. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
They were
I'm not gonna
asking
lie.
me.
I got offered to be an art teacher in Egypt.
Right. And then like it's just so crazy because it's like I didn't really expect to get these kind of offers, but it's just like, damn, it's not what I expected to when I left college. Because I was thinking like, oh, graduate, get a job in California, chill. But like now, thinking about it, like I see how I've had no luck for so long. I'm thinking
I
like, damn,
mean,
I
maybe I
think
should just
um,
try something new.
I think one this what Max told me, I think 2 years ago, that sometimes you're not gonna get the job that you wanted,
Yeah,
and
that
then,
takes a while.
I know it's but you have to do what you have to do for yourself. You have to get experience somewhere else.
right. Yeah, they try to get me to be store managers, all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, damn, man. I don't want to work retail.
Well, the thing is that it's who you meet, right? Like if you're, for example, let's say that you sign up for a course, or like you sign up for like there's free courses and stuff like that to like do one type of like code for a summer, right? And they're
Right.
offering it everywhere, and then you build new connections, and that's what really strengthens you. Like
Right, I was thinking about that because there's this one site I think it's called like Meetup or something where they do like cybersecurity stuff,
Mhm.
and I was like, yo, well, I was gonna go, but then it got canceled because of COVID. But I was like, oh, I can go there, me see how it is in the industry because they have like actual people like teaching like a little course for like everyone else. So I was like, okay, maybe I can go see.
All right, so we're doing this now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Hi,
We've
Andres.
been
by the
live
way.
anyways.
Andrew was just quiet.
What's up, everyone?
Well, you guys were talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, I was in a Juneteenth march today, by the way.
Oh shit!
Word?
Word.
Yeah, I was heading home with Erica from Long Beach, and the march came to me in the street, and we're like, okay. So we just kind of like parked and we let them pass. It was actually a small crowd. It wasn't too crazy. But yeah, give us a.
Oh,
give us
You
a
should have
story.
joined. All right.
Did you read that comic book? The one with Punchline in it?
With who?
Punchline? Joker's
Like that
girlfriend?
new girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
No, but did you read it? It's actually funny when she runs to Harley Quinn.
Oh no, I didn't.
Make
I
sure
haven't
to
read it.
watch the live stream so you get abuse.
No, but it was hilarious because she ran into Harley Quinn and she was like, "Oh, I'm the Joker's new girlfriend now. If you try to get back at with them, I'm gonna mess you up." And Harley Quinn was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Well, in a couple months, I'll buy you a drink and you'll realize how much of a mistake you made."
Yeah. She's all like,
That's funny.
but in the meantime, let me smack you with this fucking hammer.
Right, like Harley Quinn's been on the block too long.
Yeah.
All right, then.
So, Josh, is Josh doing the live chats?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
Yeah,
we live. We all here together. Finally.
Wait,
bro?
are you streaming?
Yeah. I've been streaming all this time.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because it's showing the old one.
What do you mean?
Old
Just
what?
go to Gameplayx4.
I was streaming.
Yeah.
Unless
no.
you click the.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh,
I see it.
all this time you were watching the old one.
Yeah, because I was on the channel, but then when it went live, it just switched me to the old.
I guess, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
All right, give us the intro.
anyways, okay, you all ready?
They don't need no intro. We've been here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we've been here talking for 30 minutes. Hey guys, welcome to the Gameplayx4
Gameplayx4
podcast. We all here. Thank God you guys made it. What's up? How you guys been, man? Lately?
Pretty good.
I mean, did you guys watch the EA conference? Was it a conference? Wait,
Yeah.
Kenneth has a lot to talk
it was
about.
like it was like a Nintendo Direct.
But wait. Let's go around the room and say how have we been this week? Everything okay?
I mean,
Been great.
Chilling.
look at Andres.
I've been chilling.
Man, you're tired, Andres.
I'm good.
Fuck yeah! I just came from work.
I just got a job, so I'm chilling.
Yeah, he just got a job. We're Planet Fitness.
It's good news.
They don't need to know where the hell I work at.
But
I know,
you
right?
don't even know. People don't even know where we live, man.
I don't give a damn.
Well, anyways, if you guys,
At this rate,
if you
we can narrow it
guys
down.
go to Community Planet Fitness, you might see Echo Barrage.
I don't work at Planet Fitness, fam.
By the way, these two lucky bastards got a job in Corona. Oh, Max has one too.
Oh yeah. What else?
I got real lucky.
I have a job, bro. But thank
Yo,
God.
that's-
But
That's what I'm
my
saying.
thing is that my wife and I got a inflatable kayak, and that shit works just fine. It's so fun, dude. We went out to Long Beach today. We kayaked for like 3 hours, and now my arms are hella sore.
Wait, so you actually bought it?
Yeah, I bought it from Big Five.
Oh.
Like it was like $100. Because, dude, I'm not about to buy a real kayak because I don't have anywhere to store it, unless I turn that shit into my couch.
Do
Unless
that.
you put it on top
Oh,
of
yeah, you can hang it on the wall. I've seen
On the
people do
wall.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and release asbestos into into my house. Nah, it's okay. I'm straight. Because the thing is that like after you move, right, which I'm not planning on living here forever, you have to patch all those holes up, and fuck that,
Right.
That's not that hard though.
you could just lie and say it was termites to leave.
dude. I have a whiteboard bolted into the floor. I'm gonna do that.
Bro, just go Andres. He will do it for free, man.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
You know what I'll do? I'll just wait. $1,000 minimum. That's what. That's what. I need to buy a real-
Oh, that's also true. We also have the Amazon PlayStation 5 leak. That's right.
There's been a
That's the
lot
first
of
time I
There's
hear
been
about it.
yeah,
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
leaks.
news. That's
Yeah.
a lot of news.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start. I guess we'll start with the news we should have covered last week, which is what the
Wait.
Pokemon.
Let's start with PlayStation.
Wait,
Sure.
We
wait.
had a huge argument last week, and we need to talk about
Go
this.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Bro.
Yeah,
Go ahead, boy.
let's settle.
Go ahead.
So PlayStation prices were leaked. Guess how?
Yeah,
Guess the
Really?
price-
Was it $500?
Okay, 500 for the disc and 400 for the discless. Thank you.
50, you said.
No, 400.
Oh, it's flat for both.
400 for
400
the
for the
digital.
discless. 500 for the disc.
How much was the PS4 when it came out?
Ooh, didn't I
What?
say that was gonna be that much?
It was a leak. We'll see.
I know it's a leak, but I know guarantee that it's gonna be $100 difference.
We'll see.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It ain't
Yep.
gonna be $50 difference.
Watch, Sony's gonna be like, no. This was a leak. It's actually 600, guys.
And I'll still be right.
I'm like Xbox fanboy now.
I still gotta be like 559. I'm pretty sure.
So- Let's talk about EA Live. There you go.
Wait, are you sure you don't want to talk about the Pokemon news you missed last week?
Well, let's start with EA Live, and then we'll move into Pokemon because I have a lot more to share about Pokemon because I've been brushing my teeth for the past 3 weeks.
Okay. As you should. As you should.
No way he said it though.
But we'll get to that.
All right. So, wait. Anyone else watch EA play?
I did.
Looks
I
like
watched it. Watched a little
looks
bit.
like I'm taking it from here. So
Yeah, I didn't watch that trash.
So
I was
they
mad at
they talked about new content for Apex Legends, of course. They had talked about new content for The Sims 4, of course. They talked about Lost in Random, which looks like a pretty good game. It's made by Zoink. Rocket Arena, which is I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a battle royale, but I think it's also a team-based shooter.
I
And of
think it's
course,
like
the big
Fortnite.
one was Star Wars Squadron, and they teased BioWare's next game or I guess what people assume to be Dragon Age 4 for next gen. So there you go. And EA Sports, of course, Madden, FIFA, the things no one cares about.
And you forgot one. You forgot
it's-
one last thing.
Wow.
Skate 4.
Skate.
Yeah,
But
Skate
isn't that
4.
wasn't
Skate
that qualified
4?
under the
Skate 4?
sports that nobody cares about?
Yes.
No,
That's
everybody cares about this one.
Yo,
Okay.
I honestly don't think Skate is that good of a game.
I
Okay,
don't-
It's not,
So-
but a shitload of people love that game and their and
I don't
mechanics
know
for
what
that game.
the fuss
So,
about that
on
game. I
paper-
don't think it's that good.
So on paper, it seems like it's all right. Now we see that Josh is like, "Nah, bro, this thing is trash." Now, is this the appropriate reaction that you had, Josh, when you watched it, or that Kenneth had? Is
No.
this really
No.
the hype?
Wait, is
No.
the guy?
no.
Wait, is that guy in the middle yawning?
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
That's
if-
it, yawn.
If he is, then yeah, that's the appropriate response. If he's not, then no, that's not.
I only see this response if it was the squadron that started.
Like I'm interested in Dragon Age 4. That's it.
Yeah.
Dragon Age 4 and
I don't
Lost
trust
in Random.
Bioware anymore, so
Right, but they've been saying some jank stuff like it's gonna be like a constant microtransaction, and that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I mean, the Star Wars looked kind of cool, but then they lost me at 5v5,
Right.
and they lost me at first person. Like, you're in the cockpit,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
only shooting from the
Oh,
cockpit.
yeah.
Like, you can't shoot third person, so just like,
Hey, so
like
when
I would rather be a 30v30.
when I
Oh,
get
you
in, like,
can shoot
15
third
people,
person like Battlefront. You can't
No,
shoot
you
like
can't. You have to
Oh.
shoot first person
That's
because
like,
they
GG.
want this game to be in VR.
Back.
that.
Uh,
makes
It's
more
like,
that-
it's like,
and
like
that is-
Battlefront too. Like
Right,
it's just
and
like
that
when
is-
they took out Walker Assault, it was just like, what are you doing?
Right. That's why the game is not full priced. It's at $40.
Okay, but they could drop that to like 15, and maybe I won't buy it.
Oh, the only thing that is available right now, I'm pretty sure, is just Apex with their current updates and stuff. And I feel like they're doing a better thing to do because they're doing these collection events.
Apex is lit. I don't care what
Apex is
no one says.
Apex is coming to Switch. That was the only good news about it. I'm sorry.
No,
That's-
have you seen the new stuff?
No, we got
cosmetics?
crossplay too.
Yeah,
They
it's gonna be
cross-
cross. Too.
Oh yeah.
Yo, can Overwatch give me crossplay?
No.
Yo, that's
Nah.
why I
But
just want
anyway,
They don't
Overwatch,
remember Blizzard doesn't believe in crossplay.
Well, Activision is their mother, so they need to shut up. And
So,
well, you know what could keep it called
What
crossplay? We call it
Andres, what were you
Work-
saying about 5v5? Because I think that's what this picture was supposed to represent, right? The fact that there's
Mhm.
you can play 5v5.
Right. So you can play 5v5 whether you're playing with the rebels or you're playing with the Sith side, and well, the rogue squadron side, right? And then it's stupid because I mean when you think about the movies or you think about even the comics or their stories,
Mhm.
it's like this big battle frontier, like huge space. I mean, you're literally in fucking space, and you can
Yeah,
only
I mean,
you can only fight 5 other people, and you have 4 other people on your team. It
Uh,
and then I
Wait, in
and it
Battlefront 2, didn't they have like space battles like that? But
yeah,
they
like,
did.
twenty v
yeah, they
was
twenty.
it?
did. They did.
Yeah,
yeah, it was
right,
like a lot of people.
It's 20 v
right.
20.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
and then
probably
and I think like once you like get enough points, then like on like if you're shooting, then you can upgrade to playing the ship.
Okay.
And
Like the
but like
frigates?
that, right? So you can play like the starfighters, the X-wings, the just like any on either side or the TIE fighter.
Uh-huh.
But here they're making you fight 5v5, and it's all in first person. Like you can't switch, you can't play third person,
Uh-huh.
and it just so like you can't even see like the surrounding area around you. Like you're just seeing
Okay.
everything from your cockpit,
So
which is stupid.
because see, I'm going back to what I know and
Yeah.
what I really like. Like, remember Star Wars Rogue Squadron in '64, right?
Right.
So that one is essentially it wasn't PvP, right? It wasn't player versus player. It was just simply a story, and you played as part of the Rogue Squadron, and then you had amazing battles in space, right?
Hmm.
And in that game, one of the highlights was the fact that the space seemed like that. It's space. I think the only way you actually failed the mission was if you got out of the battle area because you were
Right.
technically deserting, right?
Right.
So, which was a nice mode. And you did have the ship, right? It was you can do cockpit view, right? You can see the little like dials and the glass and everything, or you can remove yourself and you can see just the ship,
right.
right? Is this what they're doing now, or is it just strict cockpit?
It's strict cockpit, and that's it.
That sucks.
Yeah, because I
Hey,
mean,
hey,
it's
guess
supposed
what,
to have
guys?
What?
Yeah, guess what, guys? They
What?
took a game mode from Battlefront 2, made it into a game, and they're gonna charge you $60 for it.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
gonna.
It's not $60.
No,
It's
no,
gonna
no.
be
They
40
took, a
bucks.
game, they took a game mode from Battlefront 2, made it worse, and then they're gonna
Right.
try.
Right.
So how much
Especially
they
if you
charge
only
for
get
it?
to a first
There,
person.
it's not a full price game. It's
Ah,
a
it should be
$40 game.
$20. It should be
It's
$20.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, it
Okay.
should be. No, it should be
You're talking
$5.99
to
expensive.
EA.
Of course, I know we're talking to
No.
EA, but still.
I feel like it should be a
I
$5.99
swear.
and
It's
just
about the money.
This game should have been free to play.
probably.
Yeah.
It should
I
have
don't
been
know.
free to play. If that's what you were going to introduce, it should have been free to play, and no one would have had qualms with 5v5. But because
Yeah.
I would
you're
have.
paying into this,
but
I mean, it's a free game. Like
the thing
everyone's
is,
gonna
like,
have.
we're in 2020, man. We have all this processing power, and all you can give me is 5.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, we're talking about 100 people battle royales, 150 people battle
Yo,
royales,
Fam.
weapons everywhere, and only 5.
When the
The thing is
Switch
that-
can play Fortnite and Apex with 100 people on the screen on the same
right,
time, you can
And
do more than 5v5.
right. Like, all you can give me is 10 people in a match. Like, come on, that's worse than 360.
Mhm.
No, and I
Yeah.
agree with Andres. It should be free because, like, think about how much money Fortnite makes as a free game, right?
Right.
Because it is complete. It lets you play, right? This shit, man, this sucks. And is it going to have a story, or is it just going to be just battle royale?
So there's gonna be a story mode supposedly with this game, but for the most part, supposedly the story mode leads you into the multiplayer mode.
Right.
Okay.
Yo,
Well,
the
yeah.
more I see this game, the more it's gonna sell only for VR. Because
I'm gonna get that game for free. because I ain't paying for it.
Look,
Better get it for free.
it depends on how it handles, right? If it handles well, people will like it. But if it doesn't, man, that shit's going to tank so bad.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
handle well if you cannot see third person.
You know, just go back to play pod racers, right?
I mean, it would have handled well. It's just I don't think it's not that mechanic that you can't handle it well. The thing is that they restrict your view of space into that cockpit, and not only that, that cockpit has like if you're like in like
Yeah, it has
I
things
forget.
around.
Yeah, it has
Like
things
Gran Turismo
around. It has
stuff.
frames, and it cuts
Right.
your view to
Right.
what you're trying to see. So you're just like you're not even getting the whole depth of the space around you.
But you know, I know, I know, like our cousin, and I think this is the first time we're gonna drop his name, Rolando. He loves the squadron games, and he only plays like flight simulators from cockpit view. So there's a lot of people who actually do that.
Oh yeah.
So
But it's
moving
not
on
for everybody.
to squadrons, though. Moving on for
All
squadrons.
right, let's move on. Let's move on.
They also have what's it called? Rocket
Wait.
Rocket Arena.
Andres, I mean, sorry, Kenneth, talk about
Yeah.
Lost in Random.
Oh, Lost in Random. Yeah, so that's
Anything to say about that?
I actually like to look at that game. It gives that indie like that double A look. I like the art style of it. You know, gothic art style.
It
so
looks
it's
like
all-
Tim Burton.
Is that EA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's made by Zoink, but they're
indie.
publishing it, right?
Okay.
EA is
It looks
publishing
like claymation.
Right, so it's a little girl. And she's on a quest, and she has to roll the dice to pretty much do anything in this game, and that makes it pretty interesting. They didn't give much detail, but it looks pretty
It
interesting.
actually reminds me of Psychonauts.
That too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. Yeah.
All right.
So it's probably going to be like a game version of D&D, where you're gonna have to roll for
maybe.
everything: defense,
Right.
attack,
Yeah,
jump, thing.
You know what that means, though, right? Hey, I gotta attack a boss. I get a 1. Whoops.
Oh, you beat that kind of game? Okay.
Well, that's fun though. That can be fun sometime.
Right. And so now another one. Oh, Skate. You want to talk about Skate?
What the
So
hell?
I just put them on random, guys.
All right. So Skate is a game about people riding skateboards. Next.
Oh, is it Tony Hawk?
But the question is,
Oh.
is it gonna be compatible with the actual? Remember that skateboard they used to sell?
I hope not.
Like you could actually like ride it and just like lean forward, back.
Already got
That's Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk
Yeah.
did that first.
And so another interesting game was that was actually Rocket
Well-
Arena, right? And so that's gonna be a 3v3 game. And what makes it interesting is it looks like it's gonna be a dynamic map. So it looks like the map is gonna change while you're playing the game. So
You mean the
Oh,
skateboard game?
I mean, the previous Skate games I did not like. I didn't like the mechanics. So maybe they can change my mind with Skate 4.
I mean, I think
but the
they bring it back though, right?
okay, the whole thing with this announcement though is essentially they announced this with nothing to show, no idea. It was just a name drop. It was like, okay, EA gave us the green light to do this. There's no mechanics, there's no tech, there's nothing for this game. They just said, hey, everyone, we know Tony Hawk is coming
Right.
out in September.
exactly.
Skate 4. That's
Right.
it. That's all they did.
Yeah.
Yo, they pulled a Nintendo. They gave you a JPEG and said, "Here you go."
What?
and
No,
everyone's
there was-
like, "Yay!"
No, there wasn't even a JPEG. It was
Right.
two guys talking
Just
and
guys,
said,
yeah.
we're
Oh,
just
really?
doing Skate
Yeah.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nintendo did more.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
then-
it was.
And they also have was Command and Conquer. Was it remaster?
Oh, remastered. And I
Yeah.
heard good things about that.
Yeah, I mean Command and Conquer is good. It's just that the new ones they make are trash.
Right. They said that the remastered, everyone who's played the original one say that this is actually up to par or even better.
Right. And
What is
then this
Command
FIFA.
Conquer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer.
Right. And then the last ones is FIFA and Madden. Do you guys
With-
care?
Yeah,
No, I
they
didn't
got
think so.
more
Look,
games.
FIFA
So-
is gonna
I was
stopped-
able
Like
to
FIFA
pull-
and Madden are really great games.
I mean,
So
they're the
what-
same basically with better graphics, everything.
Right. I just
So
say that.
Ray, you haven't said it much, but you know what? This is your area of expertise. This is where you compliment us.
Well, I mean,
Right?
when it comes to sports games, every year what they do is they just upgrade the graphics, and they just make the graphics for the crowds a little bit better, which is just a fucking joke because
Are you excited for that new HD rain?
HD, right?
That ray
HD
tracing ray
ready.
right there.
But I mean, when it comes
HD
to
rain.
FIFA and
No race, no.
when it comes to
No.
FIFA, NFL, and 2K20, whatever, 2K21,
Madden.
Hey,
no, the NBA game because
Yeah,
it goes
Madden.
in the same
Oh,
category as this,
yeah.
but it's not EA, right? Is it? No, it's 2K.
No, it's
What,
not.
live?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
A-
it's 2K.
Yeah,
EA
2K is
is
not, yeah.
NBA Live.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
live
when it
is
comes to
2K.
this, most people will say, look, it's just a better game with better graphics, and that's what you're really paying $60 for. Like most
Okay.
people will just get hype over the trailer and they say, "Oh man, if the game looks just exactly like the trailer, then I will buy it." Obviously, it's the same thing, and whenever you buy it, you get upset because you only play for like maybe a week or two, unless you're a really massive addict, and then
Do they release Madden games for the PC?
I don't know.
No, they
Back,
just
I
released
think
it for
when
the
the
PlayStation.
early ones, 2005.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Because I was like, because if you had it for PC, you could just download a patch like real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, because the
Download it.
last one that people were
That's
talking
probably why
about,
they don't put that shit on PC.
like the
Exactly.
last one that people were so hype about is NFL 2K 2005 or whatever, and that was the best NFL game and sports game.
That was, I think,
that
was
year.
it that one or was it 2004 that I stopped playing? I think it was that one or 2005 that I actually stopped playing Madden.
see,
I stopped playing NFL Street too.
Yeah.
so
Nah, that's not
NFL
Madden.
Street? No, that's not Madden.
I know.
so my question is like, does this game have a hard mode where, or let's call it a cheater mode, where you can actually change the dynamics of like the ball, for example, to simulate the fact that it's been deflated, right?
Oh,
Or you
wow.
can use like
Shots fired.
let's say that you have like strategies like your opponent knows
Yeah.
what you're gonna do beforehand. That'd be
Yeah,
that-
I don't know about that, but I know that there's a way you can play as a coach, and that's the only thing I see that you can manage it. Just
Yeah,
like,
like the only way.
Career
just like
mode,
the
you mean?
FIFA one.
Yeah,
Dude.
if you go to the Super Bowl, you always run into the Patriots.
Yeah,
If you
well,
like, the only
No
way
longer
to
thinks
win.
it's Tom Brady living. But
You
Yeah, I
gotta,
don't know.
Oh yeah, isn't he retiring now?
No,
he's-
no,
No,
no.
well, he went to another team.
yeah,
He went to
Oh,
the
damn,
Patriots.
they
For
salty.
Tampa Bay
Yo, imagine the
Buccaneers.
Patriots don't make it to the Super Bowl next time.
Oh, dude, that means like that's
They won't. A lot of that, even I think what Gronkowski went with
to the
Brady.
Buccaneers. No.
Yeah.
He didn't win to Brady. Gronkowski got retired, and then saying he retired with they call it with the Patriots. He had to like get out from the Patriots and sign a contract with the Buccaneers.
Oh.
Well, he's officially was retired, so he came back just for Brady. To be honest.
yeah, this is the sport
his
podcast,
boyfriend,
guys.
yeah. I think this is like the
And then
most we're gonna
FIFA.
talk about sports ever.
Pretty
So
much
right,
ever.
and then
Wow.
they kick around the ball. So
I'm
Bro,
a big-
look. FIFA is famous all around the world. You don't
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You don't understand how much FIFA is a holy game for Europe.
yeah, it's
Right.
true.
The thing
Yeah,
about these
that's
sports
insane.
games
They
is
even
that they
have
don't
like this.
do anything new.
right.
It's just
I mean,
roster change.
But it's
Every
just
year.
the name, Josh. It's just the name. It sells.
This,
Well,
like-
Well,
But
I'll-
what are we ever gonna do without realistic snow on the ground? Okay,
I think it's this. Okay, this
You
is
can see the footprints and stuff.
the reason
Right,
why
exactly.
the game, when it comes to from EA,
we need those players to sweat.
Look,
Okay, we need
yeah,
that.
that's what took care of the whole thing. Yeah,
We need to get to the point. We need to get to the point where you can actually see the outline of underwear on their shorts.
All
Right? That's the level of like
no.
graphics that we need now.
I need that for these tennis players. You know, the
We
Well,
need
I'll-
to see
I'll
what
say-
happens after they leave off the football field.
Well, I'll say as a old player of FIFA, like I played from like the N64 era to like I think the last one that I ever bought was like 2010 when Messi was on the cover of it, and like the progression of it was fine. Like back, I don't even think in '08 you had microtransactions yet. Like I think microtransactions came
Nah, it wasn't a thing
into
back then.
like
yeah
2014.
like came into play like to 2014 2015
Right. Ultimate.
and
Yep,
yeah, right. And then, but
they
the
got that from
progression-
strikers.
right. And then the progression was great because I mean of like what FIFA was offering you. Like it was only two country teams at the beginning. Like you played one country against another, or one
Yeah.
team, like blue team versus red team. But
Uh-huh.
like
It's true.
and then finally we got like World Cup editions, and then
And
you were able to
rosters.
play
Uh,
the the
Yeah.
qualifying countries, and then they introduced La Liga teams, and teams from
I
MLS,
guess.
and
Bundesliga.
then finally you were able to play a single player and play his career, and
Yeah.
Right.
then being able to be traded to other teams and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty cool because, I mean, you played a player and you controlled his actions in the game. Like whether as if you're the person playing that position,
Yeah, because
and
Yeah.
then
No.
and
but
That's fine. We can stop right there.
oh,
It's
yeah, you really hate that. All right.
I
No,
feel
no,
like
but the
What
thing
class
is,
is coming out?
but the thing is, no, what I'm trying to say is that you
Okay.
see all that progression, and then once like 2014, 2015 hit, all that progression halted because of Ultimate Teams and of microtransactions,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so all
Makes
that
complete
just
solid.
got canceled, and then so you don't see any like new things, and then like that's why people are like calling back and wanting fun games like Mario Strikers and FIFA Street back again, because FIFA
Yo,
doesn't give that shit to you anymore.
yo,
yeah.
I need me an NFL Street 3, no 4, because 3 was trash. I need 4 that plays like 2, and I will give them my money. I'll buy those microtransactions. Just give me NFL Street 4.
It's gonna
I think
it's gonna
most.
get to the point
Go ahead.
where when you're like, oh, you want Messi on your roster, microtransaction for $1. If you don't want
Right.
Messi, you don't have to pay it, right? But you can use that dollar that you're already subscribed for, and you can get another player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
That's
Bro,
that's
all
gonna
I
be
know it was when they would present those FIFA packs that you had to like get those rare cards that you could put it in your dream team, the ultimate team, basically.
yeah.
Once they showed that to FIFA was over.
yeah, that's basically
I mean,
what.
I have a warm spot for soccer games, particularly the one that Anders mentioned, like the World Cup edition, because you can play as your country.
Right.
And coming from a country that it's infamous for his performance in the World Cup, right? It just scratches that itch of like saying, yes, my country is champion of the world, right, Ray?
Yeah, yeah.
Do,
I mean,
do you have to put T codes
no,
so
no, 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 no,
you
no,
guys
no,
can play
no,
your
no.
national?
the 2010 version was the only FIFA version that brought my country. Then after that, they just took them out because like they're like it's not worth like investing more money to invest like to bring all these teams that nobody likes, nobody cares about. That's why
Like,
I kept my 2010 version. I still have it.
yeah. They're like, yeah, it doesn't it doesn't merit a Google search to see who's in the roster. Fuck it.
I
Right.
think the biggest
Screw it.
reason why these games don't improve that much is because they don't have much competition. When it comes to FIFA, you got the PS. I think the PS versions.
Well,
PES.
Yeah, PES. Yeah,
Yeah.
PES.
Pro Evolution
Yeah,
Soccer.
the PES versions, and most people is like that's not even better because they're even a little bit. They're not even ahead of FIFA. They're actually behind when it comes to the tactics and stuff like. They're getting a little bit better, and most people will say that right now. I think PES is making a better version of a soccer game than FIFA itself because they get in there when it comes to like competing with them. And if FIFA, falls behind, then PES is gonna just go ahead and take that market if they keep making better games, obviously. But when it comes to NFL, they dominate. There's no other competition,
Yeah.
right? So lately, I think the 2K version of the NFL is in the making. And most people are very excited for it because the last 2K NFL that was released in 2005, I believe, it was one of the best sports games. They even came out with one of the best games in the year too. All right, so people are very excited about that. Let's see maybe if 2K does another great game, because they knew they had to make a great game during the year to compete with Madden, EA, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they invest so much on the game that year. And after that, they were not able to make another game because obviously the NFL only specifically signed with EA to make the game. So, But yeah, you guys could move on. That's all.
I think no, I think piggybacking from what you said, I think that's actually very intuitive. The fact that these guys don't have any competitions because you have to license the likeness of the players, right? And that's really a big hurdle. Now, if you had, I see you, Josh. If you had a soccer game, because nobody owns the game of soccer, right? Nobody owns the playability. So if they had something like Fortnite, where you can have just any random person play the game, and it would be a lot more fun. You have more customizable things. You have a lot more freedom. I mean, we've seen it in the success of Rocket League, right? Rocket League was actually pretty fucking fun, and it's essentially just soccer, but instead of players, you have cars. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, you guys are right about the whole licensing thing, and they got no competition.
Mhm.
But what EA does is that I don't know if they do it for FIFA, but for Madden, they just buy the NFL license, so that no one else can use it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But this
Like, I
year,
think they have it
Yeah.
for the next.
I
Like, what,
mean,
23, 2025?
but
right.
they done such a bad job in the last years that people have been complaining that it's like, bro, what the fuck I'm investing $60 for if I get a piece of shit
But
every year?
here's the thing. It's still making billions of dollars, so they don't
Yeah, that's
care.
why that's the
It's
problem.
the
That's the
only
problem.
football game. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so
Yeah, that's the
sucky.
problem. That but people are like, people keep buying the game like any other FIFA game, right? But overall, people are just like beginning to get tired of it.
Yo, can we move on? Y'all put this man to sleep.
No, not only have we put this man to sleep,
Wait,
Kenneth just straight
Kenneth,
up left.
oh my god!
No, y'all don't-
All this time I thought Kenneth was just like in the bathroom or something, but this nigga is just like,
look at my camera.
bro, he just fall asleep right there.
Boy,
Kenneth,
knock out. All right, we're moving to
move
Pokemon
on.
now.
Okay, we're
Okay,
moving to
wait.
Pokemon now.
Wake the fuck up.
Okay, so we had this announcement, right?
Pokemon Gun? Yo, I can't wait for that one.
Yo,
Dude.
I can't wait for Pokemon Grenade.
Wait,
though.
this some serious shit? This is what's coming up?
Ray, you for real?
You never know, bro. Like lately, Pokemon they be taking on some bullshit.
You think Pokemon grenade and nunchuck?
Hey,
Hey,
we
what's
swear,
this? The
I
chainsaw?
They're gonna get
Look, man, we got a
chainsaw with the
sniper
bloody
now.
text.
So.
Pokemon Gun was true. I mean, you got Slowbro, right?
Yeah, all right, all right, all right.
Oh, but
Yeah,
Pokemon chainsaw though, tactical nuke.
That's a funny one.
All right, so Nickelodeon, I mean, Pokemon had this announcement this week, right? And everyone and their mother was like waiting for, I mean, something new to release about Crown Tundra or the Isle of Armor, right? It's the brand new DLCs which went live this week, right?
Right.
And I know all of us have been playing, right? I know it. We all got it. We're all trading. I know it, it's just a thing that's happening, right? But instead, we got 3 games. One of them we're all excited for because of nostalgia.
My childhood.
The other 2, I'm like, what the fuck, right? So, Kenneth, what do you think about this direct, like pseudo direct that we got?
I was actually pretty surprised. It kind of came out of nowhere, and then on top of that, the games kind of came over. Like, it's because they said they were gonna have some Pokemon news, and they even said there was gonna be some more next week. But I wasn't expecting Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon.
I don't think anyone was.
Right?
Yeah, Pokemon Snap came out of left field. I was like, 'cause I was on Instagram and it was like, "That's right, trainers Pokemon." I was like, "Yo, is this a joke?"
Right. Remember, Pokemon Snap is like what, 25 years old?
I
Since
came
the
out
last
like
game?
98.
20. It's 20.
20,
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
1064, right?
Yeah,
The
Josh
thing is,
sent
like,
me,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, Josh sent me the freaking the picture, and I was just like, "The fuck is this?" And he's like, "Oh, that's real." I'm like, "When did this happen?" It's like today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. And then like Pokemon, the cafe
Uh-huh.
for mobile, that one came out as well. They announced that as well. And
Yeah.
then Pokemon Smile.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have the cafe, which is just a Troze kind of match and go puzzle game, right? And
Yeah,
it's
Like
essentially
Candy Crush.
like if you guys remember Farm Build
Oh,
from
it's
like
Candy Crush.
Facebook or like the restaurants they use.
Yo, you just
yeah,
opened
yeah,
up memories. Farm
I
Build.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
it's essentially the same thing, right? You have this cafe, and the more you play it, the more you upgrade your store, make it bigger, get new
Right.
Pokemon, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
more like Farmville than it is Candy Crush.
Yeah, like it's a thing. Now, you guys want to talk about Pokemon Smile or Pokemon Snap?
Let's
Pokemon
Go
talk
ahead,
about,
Max.
let's
Snap.
talk about
Go ahead,
Smile
Max.
first.
Yeah, go ahead, Max. Talk about Smile.
Okay.
Take-
Go
you
ahead,
take it
go
away,
ahead.
Max.
Trash on it. Trash on it.
All right. So I have a full-on review for this game, guys.
Wait, give me a second before you do that. Remember, guys, everyone was joking about this stuff, but now they have Sleep, Smile, okay, and along with other crazy stuff. All right, this is how ridiculous this game.
Pokemon Go
Okay.
because
Pokemon
they
Go.
need to walk,
Yeah.
right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait. You know how I felt when they announced Pokemon's Smile?
Felt good.
No, I felt like this.
So you know, so Nintendo's really not a stranger to making these types of games, right?
But,
Absolutely not. And let me see. Boom.
yeah, Nintendo likes to help kids.
Yeah, so let me see. Just end this thing so that I can start it again. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Nintendo likes doing Pokemon games that are outside of the norm. It's nothing that we're, going to be surprised about. Now, nobody thought about brushing your teeth, right? Brushing your teeth is something that you learn to do when you were young, and then you keep
Naturally.
doing for the rest of your life, hopefully until you die, right? So, what is Pokemon Smile? So, essentially, it's an app that helps build a habit, right? That's what it does. Build a habit of brushing your teeth and brushing your teeth correctly. Now,
Right.
when you come in, right, this is
Bro.
the little logo.
Oh, God.
This is the little logo you see, right? And it's very simple, right? It doesn't give you that many features because it has one purpose.
Right.
Brush your teeth. You can see the Pokemon that you collected or caught,
Right.
and you can get yourself different caps, right? That's about it. So far I had the Pikachu, the Eevee, the Bulbasaur, the Charmander, and the Geodude cap, right? You can tell I'm brushing my teeth. And the funny thing is that when you're actually playing it, right, you need to set it up high, right? Because otherwise, if the camera doesn't get you, it will freeze, right? And it will tell you like, oh, let your phone see your face.
Right.
So you need to find a way to prop it open. And sometimes that may not be doable in everybody's bathroom, right? So for us, we need to open the actual medicine cabinet and prop it up. Okay.
Right.
So what you see down here is that you're going to see a mouth, essentially an outline of the mouth, and you see your Pokemon. If you pick that you're a girl, you get Eevee. If you pick you're a boy, you get Pikachu. Okay. And then you see,
So good old sexism. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't know. You can't change it afterwards. It's kind of weird. So, and then you see little grime bubbles appear all around your teeth, and then there's a little indicator here in the corner that tells you where you're supposed to brush, right? And it goes left to right, and it goes front, top, and back, both sides.
So the game when you play it, does it like you said it shows grime bubbles. So does it really pick up where you moving your toothbrush?
Yes, it does. It's actually kind of crazy. But again, like when you have your toothbrush, right? If you're a big person, your hand is huge. So you're gonna be like, and then like the camera blocks out. But I gotta say that doesn't really happen too often. It's very precise.
Okay.
So if you're careful and you just do this, right, with your toothbrush, perfectly fine. And it does pick up whether you're doing it fast or slow, because it would tell you like, hey, speed up, like, oh, slow down, right? And the better you are at keeping the pattern, the more grime you will remove, eventually, revealing a Pokemon.
Right.
Now, if you suck at brushing your teeth, right, or at the very least you don't care, your chances of catching the Pokemon super low, right?
Okay.
They're like whatever. But if you're amazing, you get a fucking Master Ball each and every time, which is awesome.
That's
Wait, is
perfect.
it like the Tamagotchi game for the DS?
It has the same art form as Tamagotchi. Now that you say it, that's what it is.
So
I
I'm
bet
looking
you
at
see
it.
it
It's
is.
like, oh my
Right.
The
god.
same eyes. The same
Yeah, you know what,
ears.
Ray? You're right. That it is the same.
And so this game, guys, is the reason we didn't get 700-800 Pokemon in Sword and Shield. But
But
but with
wait,
that being said, it's stuff like this, right? That is why Nintendo has such strong marketing presence.
yes.
Yeah, it doesn't really have that much appeal, and you really think about it, kids in Japan have been doing the link for a while, so it doesn't make sense for them to make it for this market. But because they do little things like this, quality of life things like this, they can come out with a Pokemon movie and have it be the biggest movie of all time, or the biggest video game movie of all time.
Mhm.
They could come out with all these crazy stuff and just have everyone have character recognition because of stuff like that.
And
Well,
you know
no,
this game is that. Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, you know that it's a this is a learning game. Basically, it
Yes.
helps like to brush your teeth.
Right.
It's gonna be really popular, just like Pokemon Go.
But
Yeah.
this
So
highlights
far, I
another
haven't
problem
even
with
heard
Nintendo.
about it. Like Max is the one who introduced me to this. I haven't even seen it on social media yet.
But
No, but
this is another problem Nintendo has is that they keep trying to be everyone's parents. It's
Yep.
like, do you like have how about you make an app that says, "Hey, your kid is watching TV, go spend time with
they're
them."
actually gonna
Like,
do it, man.
But
They,
here's the deal. Like when what you're seeing is like what we see, as educators, right?
Right,
My wife works with parents, right, all the
right,
time, and you see that some people, some kids would benefit from having a parent whose
right,
app tells them, "Hey, go parent. This is how
right.
you do it." Right?
right.
It's sad but
It
true.
is. It
Right?
is.
And like Kennedy, like you said earlier, like it doesn't really make sense to make it for the Japanese market because they have a very strong cultural, structure there.
Uh,
But in America, I can see how some kids are looking forward to, brushing their teeth at the very least. I
Yep.
know I like it.
The
And
reason why I'm against apps like this is not because of the app itself, is because, like says, you shouldn't leave it up to a video game essentially to teach your kids, right? Like I think that's what creates this whole culture of disconnect these days. Is
yeah,
that
but
like so many parents they just plop their kids in front of the TV, plop them in front of the video game, give them a cell phone, and be like, okay, go do what you want. I'm gonna do something else. And then like those kids, they grow up, they're like, I don't know how to have social interactions with people. And now you have this super lonely generation who's scared of the world. They don't really understand it. And it's like, what? How much better would it have been if their parents? Because like it's like the scientists, right? They've shown that you don't need to do that much as a parent. You just kind of have to be there for them when they need it the most, and they'll be good, and they'll be good for the rest of the time. But apps like this, it's like it takes that spot where it's just like it enables parents to just, oh, there you go, kid. Like this,
and
like here's a machine for you.
look, I
and I have to say that,
uh-huh.
when it comes to accessing it, right?
Uh,
The app is for a parent. Like you can switch users. Like if you have multiple kids, right? You can just say like, oh, little Timmy, little Jimmy, little Sonia, whatever. And
Right.
then, but at the same time, when you load it up, right? There's nothing that tells the parent, hey, put a password, so that you can access it, so you can have some level of control, right? That doesn't happen,
Right.
So I can see how, a parent can be comfortable just letting this do the job as opposed to being an interactive tool, which is what it's technically
Right.
supposed to be, right?
Right. It's supposed to be the activity you do with your kids, not a replacement of you.
Yeah.
no, I what I feel like it more is like when you brush your teeth when you're a kid, you say I don't want to brush my teeth because it's boring, right?
Indeed.
That's the most excuse for a kid to say it. But when it comes to a Pokemon, which is a huge platform, and people are every kid knows what a Pokemon is because they're exposed to it most of the time. It's gonna have a fun activity, especially with the parent.
Yeah.
And this damn era, I'm just saying, because
And
most of the kids are in app phones every time, and they
but
don't
then
spend time with their parents.
and
So
then the other thing is that like this game is technically allowed you are allowed to play this game 3 times a day, and that's it.
Okay.
You know,
So you brush 3 times a day.
you're
That's
yeah,
brushing first, and you can change the settings. You can change how long you want to brush your teeth for, because right now I have it set at 2 minutes, right? So
understand.
if 2 minutes, or you can decrease it like 1 minute, depends. If you
Right.
have like sensitive gums, I don't know.
Right.
And it's pretty fun, and it gives you the little alerts like, hey, you should brush your teeth today if you wanted to, And the other thing is that for the hardcore player, and I mean, like, it's weird to say hardcore player, right? But for, for the person who's actually like a Pokemon fan who wants to catch them all, and he's like, oh, how many Pokemon can I catch? You know, if I catch them, you know, if I miscatch them, like for example, the first time I tried it, I failed to capture a Pidgey. So you get the shadow, but you don't get the Pokemon itself. You don't register it. And then later on, you get like you can fill this entire biomes here with the Pokemons you catch. And right now, you can catch up to 151. Okay,
so the original.
Yeah, all Kanto. But I have no idea if it's like if you can find like Mewtwo based on how often you do it. Like if you're literally building a habit, you can get rare Pokemon. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's go to Pokemon Snap. Right.
Let's do it.
Oh,
and by the way, just a review, like that just to end it. It's fun, and your teeth are super clean afterwards. Like I would say, give it a shot. Right? I know Anders doesn't care for it.
Imagine failing after using that app.
Eric has been so far. I have 3 people doing it, and they actually like it.
Okay, yeah. So I'm a little bit skeptical on that app because if you notice, all the apps are like kind of the same: Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, and now Pokemon Smile. This app is gonna provide free updates. It has free, no in-game purchases, and it's a completely free app.
You can thank the Pokemon Go players for that.
No.
You can thank the Pokemon Go players for that. They giving out all that free mobile money.
No. There's a catch to that app, and I feel in the day of age where Pokemon Go tracks wherever you walk and go.
Well, of course.
Pokemon Sleep is gonna track your sleeping methods. This one
is gonna track when you're brushing your teeth.
It's going to track your pattern of like when you brush your teeth, see your face on camera. Mm-hmm. So they're not gonna release an app without a gimmick for themselves.
This is the next one recognition app. That's what it is.
Right.
You know what that is, right? Oh, go ahead.
The next one's gonna be Pokemon Eat.
Pokemon Sex.
Bro, I you
get Pokemon
shit too.
Yeah, you know what? Pokemon Sex, be like, oh, you can get condoms over here. Like, did you put one on today? You need to put one on.
No, they're gonna call it Pokemon Sex. They're gonna call it Pokemon Date. Pokemon Day app.
Bro, it just came in my mind. Fucking licky tongue, just like
first.
I know.
Like, came to my mind.
I know, right? It's like, remember her first.
I can't.
Okay, so yeah, this is not for kids, right? Just
sorry, yeah. we didn't say anything you missed it. Okay.
Watching this.
But yeah, no. That data that they get from you is extremely valuable. Like that allows you to tailor products. Like they can make billions off that alone. Like just selling data. Like it's crazy. They're geniuses for it, of course, but that's some dirty stuff, especially for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That this is for kids, and it's a little bit alarming because I can tell you that, like for me, I can drop it right as soon as I get, my fill of it, erase it, no problem. But then you have a kid, the kid's gonna be really hooked on it, right? He's gonna want to play it every day, and it's gonna be very, very effective, world fucking wide, well, except China. And then like that's pretty crazy. They're getting a lot of money, and I'm not even sure about how the terms are, the agreements.
Right. But most agreements they have that clause where they can collect it. The thing is that combined with Pokemon Sleep is like the targeted ads are just crazy. They could be like, hey, he's gonna wake up at this moment, he's gonna do XYZ, advertise that. Because think about it, right? Let's imagine you do want to advertise toothpaste to them, right? You'd be like, hey, guess what? You brushed your teeth 40 times. You're out of toothpaste. You need to get some right now. Buy
right.
It's gonna be insane.
Or like they could advertise food. It's like, oh, you wake up at this time, yo, go buy this.
Right. Yeah. So it's like the marketing is crazy. The thing is, you wouldn't even really know if these companies got it from Nintendo or not, because you don't have to share that information. So
Mhm.
Well,
it's nuts.
The
if
future.
any
is-
dentists are watching, this podcast, use this argument to discourage people from using Pokemon Smile, so that
Right.
people come to your office and spend money there.
Right. I mean, like you can just think about it, right? Think about like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. A lot of their marketing has to do with putting the vending machines on school campuses.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But then again, that's not allowed anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Pokemon Smiles.
Man, yo, when I was a
All
kid,
you
Y'all,
Try
at
it once,
lunchtime,
all
dude.
you need.
when I was a kid, during lunchtime, I had like
Yeah,
3
you can pick
cans of
Bulbasaur. You can pick your character.
Fuck, I forgot.
Look,
Fuck
nobody here should be playing that damn game. You're grown ass men.
Right.
Grown ass
You
man.
gotta
that.
brush your
I
teeth by now.
guarantee you, if you try, you're gonna be like, dude, I've been brushing my teeth wrong
Josh, you
for
don't
all
understand.
my
Look at
life,
that
bro.
cutie.
Look, I brush
Look
my
at that
teeth
cutie.
perfectly fine every day, twice a day.
Take the Pokemon challenge. See if you do.
Pokemon challenge.
I'm taking that
If
damn
there's such a
challenge.
thing.
That's a waste of space.
If you get a Master Ball, bro, that's it.
It's a waste of
The,
space.
the only challenge Josh is gonna take is when they come out with that Pokemon sex one. He's all like, he's like, bro, I'll be on that shit 24/7.
Hey, what game you playing? Pokemon
Dude,
sex.
if this is the trend we're going for, I am not looking forward to the next.
You know what I wish? I wish you could get like a shiny Pokemon if you were to use that.
If you,
Shut up,
if
Rudy,
you-
shut
if
up.
you last-
Don't
Yo, I
if you
get
last-
all the shinies in Pokemon sex.
you get a shiny Pokemon if you last more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You get Arceus if you last more than 3 hours.
You just have Professor Oak there, be like, remember, no teeth.
Oh. No. Like, you understand, like, it was like, this is not the time to use that right now.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Trying to put a condom on, and Professor's like, wrong time, fam.
That would really be bad stuff if you had like Professor Oak. They'd be like, "Are you sure that's the right size? Like, are you 100% sure?"
And then Professor was like, "Are you sure you trying to go down that route?"
And then and then they put you put it in the wrong hole, and Mr. Mime's like, respect boundaries.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Not gonna use it anyway. Good.
Okay.
Cover your child's ears.
Pokemon Snap. Okay. Okay, so Pokemon Snap is old as hell.
Yeah, I got me
Okay.
fucked up. Oh,
Why?
shit. All right, moving on.
Okay, so Pokemon Snap. This is the first time we have Pokemon Snap in like
Oh,
22
man.
years.
20 years.
And yeah, it's just the 64. Right? 64, right?
Right.
Yeah, 64.
Yeah, okay. So this is the first time we had a Pokemon Snap to 64. It came completely out of left field, but I don't want to talk about Pokemon Snap for a second. What I want to talk about is the fact that Nintendo is bringing all these dead games back from the dead.
So
Hey,
does that mean we can get F-Zero?
F-Zero, right?
No. This is Game Freak bringing back these games, right?
That's true. Yeah.
No, Game Freak don't make these spin-offs.
The Pokemon Company controls it now,
Pokemon.
though.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So no,
Yeah, because in
F-Zero.
1998, Pokemon Company didn't exist. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Right.
F-Zero is dead.
Yeah, that game is straight dead, never
But
comes
Kid
back.
Icarus came back from the dead.
That's true.
For one game.
It
And it's been
did, but
how
we
long?
don't know. We don't know. It's been like,
It's been 8 years.
games. We
Been
had
two-
had
no.
a you had a DS game, too.
yeah.
No,
3DS,
they only had 2 games.
2
The
games. yeah.
NES and 3DS.
So yeah, we have Pokemon Snap, and we also have Mystery Dungeon before this, right?
Yeah.
Revived. And
Well, Mystery
supposedly,
Dungeon got a lot of sequels though, so
Yeah, it wasn't really dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
were
It
popular
was
games.
it was just usually handheld. Like, cause even the 3DS had a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mystery Dungeon. Yeah.
But Pokemon Snap was dead. Like no one was thinking about this. No one was like, "Oh,
but
can't
when
wait
this-
for the next
When
Pokemon
this
Snap."
game came out, when the Pokemon Snap came out, I was in 2nd grade.
Yeah, I was
Now
in
I'm
3rd grade.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was
really
in third
second
grade.
grade.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ. I
Second
feel
grade.
old.
Yo, I was in 3rd grade.
Bro, I was
now
like
I'm
10 or
30 years
11.
old. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Uh-huh.
essentially, when do you say Pokemon Snap, right? This is what you remember, Ken.
Exactly.
Yup.
Da-na-na-na.
Especially
Yeah.
the Charizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
trying to get the secret in this fucking game was so hard, man. Oh my
Man,
god.
but man, you were the coolest kid in elementary. If you had that, if you had the Pikachu
No,
60.
you were
Yo,
the coolest
Uh,
kid when you went to Blockbuster and you got those pictures fucking printed.
that too.
Yeah,
That
that shit was
damn,
right.
brought it back.
Like, dude, there were secrets that. Okay, so when I came, when was it? Like, I think it's during the
this part is not
Wii
for kids.
era. I actually bought Pokemon Snap again, and I played it through. That was the second time because I was just like, dude, I need to play this game. Now I speak English, I understand what the fuck it says, and I can read. So I was like, dude, there are so many things that I didn't know you could do in that game.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's slow as fuck, and it can get boring because it's essentially the same ride. It's like going to Disneyland and going
Mhm.
to the Pirates ride. Like, you're gonna see the same things.
Right.
Yeah, but
You
So-
can unlock new things by doing certain things at a certain time.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. But a lot of it came down to time of day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. That's the fact that they brought it back was just unexpected. Like Metroid Prime, this game, like it's their Nintendo. I think it's showing their commitment to making sure the Switch has games to play.
Variety.
I'm just
Right.
wondering, are they gonna put different DLC about different regions to go, or is it gonna be one region?
It's gonna be one
Okay.
big region. You're gonna go
Which-
around all
Right.
these islands.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what they better not do?
what?
I better not see 800 Pokemon in this game if I can't get it.
No. I'm telling you, I have a lot more Pokemon than
I'm-
Sword and Shield had at launch.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
definitely will.
you're gonna have all
Uh,
1,064 Pokemon.
You don't have to model them again. They're already done for you.
Right.
Yeah, 1,064 Pokemon. Just
Yeah.
put it there.
This is nice though.
You have the models of every single Pokemon walking, right? And I mean, I think number one, it looks good, right?
Yeah, this
And,
game looks better than Sword and Shield. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
looks-
that Blastoise, dog. Goddamn.
Yeah, like, and I like the fact that they have a lot more animations. Like when Blastoise picks up the
Yeah.
apple, he throws it up, he opens his mouth, he swallows it. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is unreal. It's
I hope
crazy.
there's multiple levels, like multiple trails.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure there's gonna be different
Are
regions.
they
Well,
gonna
there's-
have at least
there's,
the Pokemon running around or something?
So there's different islands. So there's like
Yeah,
an
that's what you
island
get.
archipelago, and then you go
Okay.
on different islands.
Yeah. So when you look at this image, right, essentially the concept is the same, right? You have a tram, and then you walk through the tram. There's no free riding or free roaming in this game.
We don't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The character looks fairly basic. Doesn't
Yeah.
look-
We don't
yeah.
care about the character. We care about like what he does.
Right,
what
because
character-
because the character in the first one was from the anime, right?
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
But I don't think you're gonna see the character. It's first person.
Right, and this one is more of just a generic trainer.
Yeah.
Unless,
It looks
unless
like a
you could
generic
do
trainer.
cosmetics and you can change to the first Pokemon Snap guy.
Yeah, you might, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't care really. It's first person.
Yeah, but I mean, you're only gonna see him for like what,
The result
5
screen.
seconds, like seconds at the
That's it,
beginning of
really. Yeah.
every.
Yeah,
every
but
track.
it's just nostalgic. It's just to see what it does. We could like see these things in the Pokemon Snap, something like
So,
that. Charmander.
this is what you ended up. This is the extent of the game, right? When we Pokemon Snap, you had the little puffballs, right, which made Pokemon faint. The apples, which bumped them or they ate it. The flute, which was only for Snorlax, right?
Are you just
Yeah.
gonna ignore that apple is changing direction in midair?
Yo, that
It's
low class
physics.
animation right there.
You had the zoom, and then you had the speed up button, right?
Right.
I don't think I saw anything that was completely like. I don't saw any of that other than the apple.
Right.
On
But that's the
trailer.
thing. Yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was just pretty much announcing that they're making the game. Or actually, the game is
Coming out.
coming out pretty soon.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. This kind of
Yeah.
game doesn't look like it's gonna take 2-3 years to make.
Right.
I think it's gonna be like
just
by the
need-
end of fall. Like
Yeah, I think they just need
December.
like a big name title to like, because they said they're gonna release a big game every month. So I think this is just what they wanted. Like, oh, here's another one, Pokemon Snap. It's not as big as all the other ones, but it's nostalgic and
Yeah, that's what it is. Nintendo knows what they do when it comes to nostalgia.
right,
They're like they're gonna buy nostalgia because it's nostalgic.
right.
Right.
And also expect the Mario anniversary, game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
soon.
can't wait for that, man. Sunshine HD.
Yeah, Sunshine and Mario Galaxy.
Oh,
One and
yeah.
two.
Mhm.
Mario Galaxy.
Yo, it should have
Hell
been
yeah.
64 and 64 Sunshine and Galaxy.
Oh no,
Right.
64 is gonna be in it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Mhm.
all the Mario games, and then there's supposed to be two more, but they
I
haven't
can't
announced
wait
them
for
yet.
that,
Yeah,
man.
That's gonna
Remade?
be amazing. Yeah, that's
I
gonna be
can't
good.
wait for that.
So I just hope that this game is not easy. You know, like or you know how you walk around and you get everything on the first go,
right.
right?
It's gonna be as
Because
easy as Pokemon Battle Revolution.
I think you have to
Nah,
just.
Battle Revolution was trash.
Pokemon Lag Revolution.
Well,
No, I
to,
think it's
to
gonna.
be real, if you want to think about it exactly, to 100, Pokemon Snap was actually not easy. It was hard.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, that thing was hard as hell, but that thing was fun.
Yeah, and the thing is that you actually had to like accept defeat sometimes. You're like, oh man, like dude, that fucking Lapras came out at the like I could have gotten the perfect shot, but now I can't because I'm turning the corner, no fuck, now I can't see it. Right? I just hope that it's not just like, oh look, you have Squirrel riding a Lapras each and every fucking time.
Right. Right.
Oh, it changes over time. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a terribly big game, demanding game. So it should be have a decent amount of variety.
Yeah,
And-
I want to see.
And
the
they have way
correlation
more
between different
Pokemon to play
Pokemons,
with
yeah.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. So now you want to talk about the Pokemon DLC, Andres?
Oh, I mean,
Well,
I played it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it came out already?
Yeah, it's been out.
You
Oh.
know.
It
That's
came
a
out
month.
the.
before we move
17.
on, right? Before we move on, so let's just make a wish list here. One Pokemon per person. What Pokemon would you like to see in Pokemon Snap? Like at that
Snap?
level, anything. Could
I
be
would, I
ours.
would, I would like to see like a legendary Pokemon like Kyogre or Groudon, something that like changes the world
Hoopa.
when they show up. Yeah,
Yeah, I like to see
You,
Hoopa.
you know, I want to see Giratina. I want to see Giratina.
because like if you
Yo,
guys
I
played,
thought you said I want to see John Cena.
And the thing is, you can't see him.
That's right.
Yeah. yeah, but it's like
So
if you
he's
play
always
like
there.
Pokemon like Ruby and Sapphire, it's like when Kyogre came, he flooded the world, but no one cared. Now I would like to see like those kind of Pokemon. I like just they changed everything around them.
I like
but,
Koopa too.
yeah, Hoopa's pretty cool too. Arceus would
Lou,
be
what
nice.
do you What do you want to see? And you cannot say Bulbasaur, Venusaur, or
I
Ivysaur.
want to see Giratina.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Yeah,
first one.
I just want to see the other dimension of it if they put it in there.
The reverse dimension. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Anders, what do
AKA
you
hell.
take a picture of?
I think it would be cool, like if we were to go to outer space again, like how we went to
Deoxys?
go see Mew, and then we saw Rayquaza coming in with the Deoxys.
Right.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
A Delta episode.
Right.
If you haven't
Right.
played it, you missed.
Yeah.
Ray, what do
Ray.
you want to see?
Wait, on Snap or on the new update?
Pokemon Snap.
On Snap.
Okay. But I mean, I want to see more interaction with the Pokemons, and not just the usual going on in the little car around the trail until you end. Yeah, I mean,
That wasn't the question, Ray.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You're not gonna get that.
Okay.
You gotta have the same
You
mechanism.
know what? You would have. You know what would have been sick? Have you guys ever played Sonic Adventure 2?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Chow Garden?
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
be cool if Pokemon
Yeah.
Snap was like that.
Oh, I
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
see. That you can
That's-
actually go to like the Netherworld and shit.
Yeah.
Right, that you could actually like train the Pokemon to like race and stuff. Not battle like normal, but like race and do
So
all this
I
crazy.
think
You know-
it would be good if you just have events
No,
like
no,
if they
you know
do
what?
on Fortnite.
Yeah,
but-
like or Animal Crossing, right? Like there's
Right.
seasons, right?
No,
there are
no, no.
migrations and
Right.
shit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. That's right. The environment. changes.
Okay, so what Pokemon do you want to see in this game, Ray?
What Pokemon? Sandland.
That was the original question. Sand Slash. Okay, that's an easy one. That's technically a yes.
I love that sound less.
All right, so Andres, what do you have to say about this DLC?
Oh, the DLC. Shit. It's weird. It's weird because now
Wait,
that I know,
first, is it worth it?
hell no.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, well, now that
This
I
guy
heard-
loves Pokemon. It's his favorite game.
right, and it's weird because now knowing the leaks for Crown Tundra makes this first DLC pack look like a nuisance.
Right, because the
Um,
legendary birds aren't in this one, right? They're the next one, right?
what happened?
The legendary birds are the next one,
Well,
right?
yeah, but the amount of shit that is in Crown Tundra compared to Isle of Armor. Isle of
Yeah,
Armor,
wait,
there's
which one
like
came out? Which one came out? Isle of Armor?
Isle of Armor
Isle of
came
Armor
out.
came out
We're gonna
first.
get Tundra.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
Tundra has a lot more than Isle of Armor has.
right.
Okay.
So the thing is with Isle of Armor, it's like a 2 hour to 3 hour story mode. You literally if you just race to do everything, you probably finish it like at an hour and 45. The story.
Wow, that's sad.
Okay.
What is cool about it though, something that I do like, Pokemon follow you now. So they follow you, but they only follow you in the Isle of Armor. So
Right.
Wow.
they don't follow you in in Galar.
Okay.
Way to remove a feature.
Right. They gave you a feature, but they kind of took it away. And then you can enter the Isle of Armor at any level you want. So even if you just started the game, you can just go straight there if you want. By the time that you get to the train station and see the wild area.
So is there some
Um,
extra? So is this like more badges kind of thing, or is it just like an extra
it's
story?
not. It's an extra story.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's like Battlefront.
Come
it-
on,
thing.
dog.
Right.
So
Um,
this is just the story that you get to get the Kung Fu Panda, right?
the Kung Fu Bear.
Kung Fu
Bear,
Bear.
All right.
Yeah.
That boy brawler.
So the two bears that they evolve is represent the like Chinese mythological gods called Angyo and Ingyo,
Yeah.
and that's when they Gigantamax.
Right.
The thing is, like,
Mhm.
I think the only benefit is the Pokemon that they reintroduced to this, Slowbro and Kubfu and his evolution. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing more to the game. Like, the only other thing that I can say is that they reintroduce apricorns, and so like you get like
Okay.
the Pokeballs, the like the different other kinds of Pokeballs that we got like in the anime.
So you mean to tell me that they're making you pay for features that could have been in the original game?
Right.
Right. I mean, this whole thing could have been in the original game because it took you, I shit you not, like if you just raced through everything like an hour and 45 to beat
Right.
the whole story.
For $20?
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that's cool is that it levels up with you. So like if you're like at a certain level, the Pokemon and the people that face you are matching your level. So even if you're starting out like at level 5 and whatever, then they'll be at level 5 or 6 or 7, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so it levels up with you. So there is an amount of difficulty there, and actually the last dude that you fight, he is actually pretty difficult, like to fight against. He actually has a full squad, and I think he's the only trainer in the game other than Leon when you're battling him up the league that has a full squad of Pokemon.
So how do you get one version of the bear versus the other version of the bear?
So you can get both if you wanted to. I mean, you have the selection to get one or the other in the game, so it's not exclusive to one DLC to the other.
So it just depends what style you want to master, right?
Right. So if you want to get the rapid style or the single strike style, then it just depends what you want to do. I think the rarer of the two is the water version because there's that typing you hardly ever see.
Yeah, that typing.
Yeah.
Other than Keldeo, we don't have it.
Right. Other than that, and so
We do have the octopus that was fighting.
Yeah, but that's only fighting, not water.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, yeah, and then so, but I mean, like again, that this DLC like served. The only purpose it served was for you to get certain items for you to get and if you complete the Pokedex and the Isle of Armor, you get a marker make. So like it's basically it's a charm that tells you like whether a Pokemon has a mark or not. And what that means is that like when you throw a Pokeball and the Pokemon comes out, sometimes those Pokemon have surnames. And so like it'll say let's give the example Charmander the Worthy.
Okay.
It'll say that.
Oh, that's cool.
And so they those Pokemon will have you can find those Pokemon like if you go to your Pokemon Dex and you go to like the actual Pokemon, you can go all the way, you can scroll to their stats and whatever, and it'll give you like a little mark. And if it has like a little logo, like a wind logo or a sun logo or whatever, you click on it and that Pokemon will have a surname. That surname is as rare as finding a shiny Pokemon in the wild.
But what does the surname mean? Does it show that they have like perfect stats or something?
No, it just saying like this.
Easter egg.
Yeah, it's just like a rare thing to chase, like another rare thing to chase in the game. And yeah, so the mark charm, and that's what it gives you more probability. It's like the shiny charm, where it gives you more probability of finding a shiny in the wild. This one gives you a more probability of finding a Pokemon with a mark.
Okay, so now that we go
Have
ahead.
these marks been, have they been always been there, or is this just a thing that?
No, this is something that was introduced from the base game of Sword and Shield. A lot of people didn't know that from the beginning.
That's what
it got realized maybe like 6 months after the game.
Ah.
So it was hidden.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
so
hidden.
now-
No one knew about it. Pokemon didn't talk about it.
So
It was
now
something
that
yeah.
done with Pokemon, do you want to do the whole Pokemon we chose for each other thing, or do you want to say that for later?
Wait, do you want to talk about the leak before we go to that?
Honestly, we should talk about the leak because that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what y'all talking about?
Okay, so the Crown Tundra leak. That leak, holy shit! And it's true because they all that they found was data mined out of Isle of Armor. So it's not even like, oh, it was from a weird source. No, it's from data miners that hacked into Isle of Armor and found all of the code and names and things that are coming in Crown of Tundra. And man, does that shit have a lot. It has so much shit. It makes this fucking DLC, the first one, just look like a piece of shit.
Wow.
That's wild.
They give you
Chill.
they basically give you like 4 stories in that just one DLC. They give you the story with Zapdos, the 3 birds, and Calyrex. They give you the story with Regis, and supposedly there's another 2 like missing spots with the Regis. Supposedly, Calyrex actually fuses with 2 other Pokemon to make another Pokemon. So there's 2 other new Pokemon that we don't know about.
Yeah. So
And
think about Black and White with
right. Exactly, with Kyurem. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then and it also has another story mode. With the 3 sword trio. So Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. And they have something to do.
The Musketeer trio,
The Musketeer trio. And then so they have they have their own story too as well that also has to do with Calyrex.
Oh, and Kenneth.
Yeah.
Ultra Beasts are back.
Oh yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
They have a story mode.
Brand new ones?
Wow.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
But the story mode is called Ultra Beyond or something like that.
So it gets a whole story mode.
It gets like a couple of story modes. It's not just one like how we got in Isle of Armor.
Did not learn about
We're
OG
getting
Beasts?
separate.
Yeah, but that's a really big expansion, though.
So
really
It's a huge expansion.
So wait till the second one, not the first one.
Yeah. So if you think about it, like
I mean,
Armor,
yeah.
all it was is Game Freak asking you to pay for a new Pokemon, right?
It's Game Freak is asking you to pay to get back half of the decks of of the full DLC, and it's asking you to pay for a legendary Pokemon and for you to get Mark Charm and Apricorns, and that's about it.
And Mark Charms that so far that we know don't really give the Pokemon any boost in stats or anything. It's just
if I'm not mistaken, I think it's just like an extra thing that like comes out like that's as rare as as rare as like a shiny. And I forgot to mention, they also introduced Max Soup. So you're supposed to find like these cluster of mushrooms, and then you give them to someone, and they make a soup out of it. That Max Soup, if you give it to a Pokemon that can Dynamax or Gigantamax, let's say you had a perfect IV Snorlax, but he can't Gigantamax. He could only Dynamax, right? Well, if you give him Max Soup, now he can Gigantamax.
Damn.
Okay.
So all that whole like people farming and like spoofing to get it,
ruined it now.
Right. Now you can just find these mushrooms and then just Gigantamax any Pokemon that can.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they'll only Gigantamax that one time, right?
What do you mean? No. Forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like,
then what's the point of farming?
Well, people were farming because there was no other way of
now,
getting Gigantamax.
What's the point of farming now? That was the whole reason for the raids.
Now the whole point of farming is to get a good IV Pokemon of whatever, whether it's a Snorlax or whatever, and then just giving him the soup, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah. And apparently they don't really. And I was researching. They don't really give you any boost or anything. They're just titles.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it was a little bit disappointing.
Thanks,
yeah.
And this to me early.
Yeah, and then the final boss. I don't know if they got a lot of inspiration from him, but man, they look like they copied homework. The old dude, he takes off his clothes and he turns into the old dude from Hunter x Hunter.
Nah.
You serious?
Really?
I swear to fucking God. He has the ponytail. He has a ponytail. He has the Chinese traditional like shirt, and he gets like all buff and like Chinese martial arts like pose and stance.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
The old master.
I need to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, master that die.
Yeah.
I mean, you look it up on Google. You look up like how he transforms, and then you look the Hunter x Hunter old man, and holy hell, it's like it's dude. They look like they just copied straight from that character.
Wait, what was the name of the guy?
I'm putting it on screen right now.
Yeah, I need to see this crazy stuff.
So let's see. He looks rad.
Right. I'm not saying it's a bad design. It's just it's a great copy.
Okay.
Oh, dude, he got ponytail too. Like, oh wow.
Yeah, he has the ponytail. He has the eyebrows.
We got crossovers now.
Yeah.
Oh, he even has the little beard like here, like the beard.
Yeah. Yeah.
God
He
damn.
just doesn't have the mustache. That's the only thing that they didn't put on him. Is that look like the two mustaches.
It's funny.
Would need him without a shirt.
That's pretty cool. And his team, you said he was hard. He was hard, right?
Yeah, he was. So like when you get to the top of the tower, you actually fight him for the first time, and he fights you with another Kubfu, and that fucking Kubfu like has better stats than yours. Because all of a sudden, like that Kubfu, like if you don't, he comes at you with if you're max level, he comes at you with a level 70 Kubfu, and the way that you enter the tower, you have to come in with a level 70 Kubfu. So I put him up to level 72 just in case, and then so I put him up, even though his level 70 Kubfu, like I was a higher level than him, he took my health with one aerial strike. Since we're both fighting, and we both know aerial strike, he hits me with aerial strike before me, which I'm a higher level than he is. And he took me all the way almost to red. I was in the yellow bar, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I could have died if I missed, or I didn't hit him for the second time.
But that's how it should be. If you're gonna have people pay for like extra DLC, it should be more difficult than a
yeah,
base
and
game.
it is, and it's actually a difficult fight. Like when I fought him the first time, well, I didn't lose to him, but like I fought his Urshifu because he fights whatever the opposite of whatever Urshifu that you chose.
Yeah.
On the final fight. So he has his Gigantamax, whether it's the red one or the blue one, and
Yeah.
then if you fight each other, I picked the what is it, the single strike, and
Yeah.
and he rocked me with like one hit. He KO'd me, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like vanilla Pokemon Sword and Shield was easy.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
even
no.
struggle.
So,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
not even.
I
No,
think you know what it
this
is that made it
was
easy
yeah.
too.
I mean,
The,
you can catch a wild freaking Tyranitar. Like there wasn't even the challenge of like grinding.
yeah, that's the thing.
Right.
Like, if you could, well, you could grind in the wild area, but all you
Yeah.
gotta do is just keep going on those raids, and you get the level up candies.
Yeah,
Right.
that's some crazy ass level ups.
I
Yeah, you
did
don't
that,
need
and I was
this.
just blowing the whole game back because it was not a
Yeah,
game.
I feel like they didn't really think that through. Just how easy the raid battles will make it just by
Yeah.
making it available since the beginning of the game, right? Because
Right.
like that shit was super easy. Like I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and ask Josh or Kenneth or anybody who has the game so I can trade so I can get in a Selgor. And I'm like, oh wait, there's a raid. It just has it right there. Let's
Mhm.
do it.
I legit farmed for like what the whole day, and then after that, I was smooth sailing throughout the whole game.
I
Yeah.
think they're saying that the level of difficulty was nothing at all in Sword and Shield. It was way easier than any game of Pokemon that we ever played.
I mean,
yeah.
Sun and Moon was easy as hell too.
Yeah.
I think Sun and Moon was way more easier. It was super hand holding.
No,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like,
Sun
Sun
and
and
They
Moon has
Moon
backpacked
the
me.
longest
was more about the player.
dialogue.
You know,
Dude,
Sun
Yeah.
was more about the characters than it was the Pokemon.
with
Yeah.
Sun and Moon, I only played with Bulbasaur and I finished the whole game.
Yeah.
We know.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
So
Of Pokemon. Remember, we still have the PC gaming show to go over. Like, we have a lot of news. Yeah.
wait. So like, dude,
That's
intense.
what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened this week.
Right.
Holy moly. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys want to do the what Pokemon we are? Or you want to leave that for last because
Last,
we did that for last.
Lost,
Yeah,
right?
let's do that for last because usually
we're gonna
we're
tell.
gonna, like,
It's gonna be a while. Yeah.
yeah. So let's go ahead and do computer.
Okay, so the PC gaming show. So
PC
I'm gonna,
Master Race Gaming.
right. So I'm only going to show the biggest.
down.
I'm only going to talk about the biggest games because they showed a lot of games. Obviously, EGS was there. Epic Game Store, exclusive. Everyone hate them. We get it. But but so the biggest thing that happened was Persona 4 Golden. If you were watching it, yeah, it's on PC. So this is the first Persona game on PC.
Wow.
This game came out in the PlayStation 2 era. It was the biggest announcement. That was what most of the people were there for. If you saw the show, everyone was just since the start of the show, everyone was just like, just show Persona 5, Persona 4. No one cares about the rest. Persona 4. As soon as they show Persona 4, like maybe like 20% of the audience left. All right, so
That's great.
yeah, so Persona 4 was the biggest one. People are hoping Persona 5 comes to
That'd be
to
sick.
Steam as well. Well, obviously, people want all of Persona games on it. Second
Wait.
was Torchlight 3.
Wait, who has that mic thing?
I think it's Ray.
Ray's not here.
Oh no.
When
Okay.
he put his mic down, it's probably all messed juggling.
Alright. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
Torchlight 3 was the next big announcement. Torchlight 2 is pretty popular. Torchlight 3 is more like that
Mute his damn mic.
because it says he's not here, but it still is making sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so breaking the fourth wall, guys. Ray and Lou, even though they're
Ray's supposed to be
different
the
squares,
sound
they're
guy.
actually side by side.
Alright. Right, okay. So Torchlight 3 is coming out. Humankind, which is a 4X game, kind of like Civilization, is the first game to actually give Civilization a run for its money. I don't know about it. Icarus is it's like a survival game, but you have to be the one to make it to the ship off the planet. So you gotta survive long enough to get off the planet. It's a whole new game. Evil Genius 2. The first Evil Genius came out in 2004, so this is the 16 years later. Right. Oh, so that's new. That's more like a little one of those restaurant games. We have to play everyone together, and you have to micromanage everything so you can take over the world. Mafia Definitive Edition. It turns out it's actually a rebuild from the ground up.
Oh, so
It's
the
Really?
remake.
Nice.
The
That's
remake?
good.
Right, right. So Mafia is not actually a remake. I mean, it's not a remaster or a reboot. It's actually like a remake. Like they rebuilt
Okay.
it from the ground up. Mortal Shell, it's like a Dark Souls kind of thing. Among Trees, it's kind of like Firewatch. Remnant from the Ashes is DLC of Remnant. Godfall is, I believe, the one. Was it the one Andres was talking about, the melee combat one?
Oh,
Last
that
week?
one,
Right,
that looter
uh,
slasher thing.
right, and then there's a lot more that doesn't really matter. So there
Okay.
you go.
All right,
Just
what was your favorite game out of that? That's not Persona.
oh, that's not fair.
Mafia. I say Mafia, the remake of Mafia, because it's a great game, and I
I've
would
never
play that
played
game.
Mafia,
Second
so
that.
I don't really care.
I would play that game, dude.
I don't
I mean,
play
I-
PCs at all, but I think after seeing Mafia, the definitive edition, dude, that thing looks amazing. I think that may turn
I gotta
into
see the
a
trailer.
PC
I haven't
game.
seen it.
Right, I think Mafia is easily the second best one at the show.
Yeah.
Persona 4 was obviously the one that stole the show, but second place was.
Yo, look it, guys. Everyone's excited for old ass games.
It's not bad, dude. It's just
Yeah, because
Now-
they used the Mafia
better
3
take
engine
to it.
for the remake. That's why. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
like, okay, it's gonna be a lot better. But other than that, the PC gaming show, like always, is kind of a little boring.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it always has like a lot of indie games. That's the thing. Like obviously you had Ooblets, the one that had controversy last year for going epic.
Yo, once you show me the Team Fortress 3, then we could talk about something.
That's never gonna happen.
That Valve does not make threes.
I'm just saying, dog.
You also playing that game, right?
Team Fortress.
Yeah, we played Team
Nah,
Fortress.
people still playing that game.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
pretty-
it's pretty much. Spy almost broken the whole broken team,
Alright.
but whatever.
So yeah, so probably the second best one was Mafia 3. Third was probably Humankind or Torchlight. Because it's not often that Civilization gets a challenger. People are saying it's a pretty good one, but who knows?
I mean, Persona is just
Yeah,
Right.
they didn't show Horizon in that bitch.
Nah.
Damn.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. The biggest one was easily Persona 4 because it's the Golden Edition, which means it's like the complete edition. It's like Game of the Year edition Persona.
Oh, okay.
It's only $20. If you haven't played it, play it.
I've never played Persona game in my life, so I'll check it out.
They're really long, but the stories always make you thinking.
Yeah, I have a friend that was like, "Hey, you should try Persona Arena," but I'm like,
Oh, that's a fighting game. Yeah.
"Yeah, I know,
Right.
but I've never played any Persona."
Right. No, Persona was like each Persona game covers a different whatchamacallit.
Gameplay mechanic.
gameplay mechanic.
No. It's like a psychological.
Oh, it's like Memento,
Right. It covers a different one. So
like Sanity.
no. Like 5 is rebellion.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you mean
4.
teenagers?
No, not rebellion in that way. It's like
Oh, I
it's
see.
it's deeper than that. Yeah.
It covers a stage of human development in that sense as they grow
Oh,
up.
okay.
No. Well, sorta, kinda, but it's more of a commentary on like life, if anything. Because Episode 5, spoilers, I don't really care at this point. But Episode 5, it's about you have to take control of your own life. You can't depend on anyone else. But you only get the true message if you get the true ending, if that makes sense. And so, like in Persona, like if you play Persona 2, it was about repercussions of your actions, right? And so, because they're spreading rumors, and you play as these girls who are affected by that. And then Persona 3 is about death and having to accept mortality. They cover different psychological things. I just don't know what they're called.
I can tell you the one thing: Sakurai didn't get that message because Joker, without his freaking persona, is nothing in Smash.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so that's pretty much the PC gaming show.
PC
That was
Master
really
Race
fast.
game show.
Yeah, because
Sure.
if we didn't make it fast, it's gonna be just as long
Yeah,
as
long as,
the EA Play. Yeah, Yeah.
it was
And there's
way
just a lot of games that just most people
right.
don't know.
And on top of that, we have to go over the Last of Us 2, Crash Bandicoot 4, right? So it's like the PlayStation 5 leak. Like, there's a lot of stuff we have to cover.
Well, why else are
Yeah.
you gonna put Crash Bandicoot though? The story, but what else can you do?
Yeah.
What else can they do? It's a platformer.
Right.
What?
You can jump
I'm
higher.
brilliant.
If Mario can have infinite games, so can Crash.
That's true.
Well, that's why they have the Crash game, the Mario Kart racing. That is like Crash. I was like, natural,
Right.
I mean,
nitro,
Crash Team Racing is like
Crashing
Mario
with-
Kart.
nitro, is it? Natural fuel, yeah, Team Race, natural fuel, correct?
Right.
That's a remake.
So
Yeah,
what's
but
so
still, it
there
looks
is a
like-
new Crash coming home.
Yeah, there's a Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot 4 coming out. It got announced was it
Right.
yesterday?
Yeah, it's Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time, which is I like the name.
Right.
The last one was a warp in time, and this one it's about time. So
Yeah, it's about time.
I'm excited for it because I like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Crash is
Crash
my-
Bandicoot's not bad.
You know, I
Right.
just finished the game this year. All the game
Yeah.
of Crash Bandicoot.
I'm just happy that like I'm
get
just
it
happy that for once that they said Nintendo doesn't have a monopoly on platformers. Like you have Ratchet Ass Clank back, you have Crash Bandicoot back,
Hold
like
on.
you had the Spiral trilogy.
Is Crash the Crash trilogy, is that on the Switch?
Yes, it is.
I think so.
It is?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
wonder why 4.
Yeah, I
you
bought
think 4 is gonna be
it
on?
for Chewy. Oh,
Okay.
definitely. It's gonna be like those two where PS4, Xbox One, and then later down the line Switch
On
release.
Switch? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because I want more platformers out here.
Right.
I hope Sony sees it like, oh, they like Ratchet and Clank. They like Crash. Yo, Jack and Daxter.
Right. Let's see.
I would love a new Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
Who here wants to play Crash 4?
I'll play it. I
Yeah.
just finished all the
No
Crash
one.
games.
No one.
I bought the
No, I
fish,
mean,
all
like,
of them, the
I'm
trilogy.
gonna keep it real though. If Sly Cooper 5 comes out around the same time, I'm going for Sly. I'll just be real.
What I want to
That's
know is
gonna be
how
the
they're
trend.
gonna. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the trend's gonna be that Sly's gonna be released next week because every week something new is coming up because that's what's really taking what's it called, the place of E3, right? Since E3 was canceled, they need to find a way to kind of gradually release the things that are going to come.
That's
Right, and without the centralized thing to show it all, it's just kind of like all leaking all over the place.
Uh-huh.
I'm just waiting for the granddaddy of them all, Conquer.
Yo, man.
Yo.
Oh, my God.
You
That
got
was
Conquer,
my favorite 64 game right there.
but you
man.
had Conquer already, Project Spark.
Stop
Nah,
talking.
nah.
That's disrespect to Conquer. Man, Conquer's Bad Fur Day was my game.
Yo, Conquer was gonna be confirmed until 2000.
Oh, me and my boys used to play that every day, man.
Yeah, but with
Mm.
Crash coming out again, especially on the Xbox, if it does well, you might see another Conquer.
I hope.
Yeah, you know what?
You know, they might.
You know
just be
another
like, hey,
game that really doesn't get that much attention, and I personally like, but it may be a me thing. Jet for Gemini for 64.
What?
Ooh.
You guys remember that game, Jet for Gemini?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, I don't remember that.
I have no idea what that game.
yeah. It's a great game. Like I don't know why they didn't
It was
get
a,
more, a lot of
it's
attention.
it's a really good game. Like
Yeah.
here, I'll put it on the screen right
Go
now.
ahead.
Yeah,
Show them.
for-
Yeah, maybe
Show
I'll
them the
remember.
jewels.
Okay.
It's actually it's really really cool. It's like you had the same gimmick of Ratchet Ass Clank, right?
Yeah.
Where you have a lot of weapons. It didn't have a customization because it's
Oh, it's made by
Nintendo 64.
Rare.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is it?
made by Rare. Correct.
Yeah.
So it looks like this, and I'm gonna add more pictures as I go. So essentially, you are a group of Marines that look like teenagers because it is
Oh my god,
nice.
dude, the game.
All right.
right. And then you go around, and then you look at those graphics, man. And then you have this, and then you go around and you buy and you kill these like bugs, but the fucking guns are amazing. There's so many customization. I think that was the first time where you had an arsenal available to you, in the sense of like, oh, you know, I can finish the game and play every level differently because I have different weapons. Okay.
Right.
And this game has just essentially been lost. And back in the day, the difficulty of this game was through the fucking roof. It was not easy. Plus, it also brought four-way multiplayer, or
Okay.
two-player, which was pretty cool. And again, it has a chance. If I just want to say, Rare has has shit in on their arsenal, they can just start bringing it back.
Oh, but they don't do anything.
They're not the same studio either. You know, the same people that were there 20 years ago are not there anymore. So and the Microsoft don't do nothing with Rare either. They're just sitting on IPs that are doing nothing.
Because the Rare has Perfect Dark too, right?
Yeah, they have Perfect Dark. They have Killer Instinct.
Right.
They have what's that frog game?
I don't
Toad.
No.
Toad.
Battletoads.
Conquer. Cameo. Yep. They have so many games under their belt. Microsoft ain't doing shit with them. For 360 era, they made them make Viva Pinata.
I know, right?
Fuck that thing.
It's crazy.
And they were sequels to Viva Pinata.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They also have Banjo.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Jet Force is not that expensive.
No, it's not. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's super cheap.
I think it's because nobody knows about that game.
It's a really good game, and every character. You can also play as the dog, by the way. The dog, the male character and the female character, they all play differently. So they have different game mechanics even without, and you can play each stage as either the dog, the boy, or the girl, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Ahead of his time. But yeah, just putting it out there. Give it a play if you can try.
It's a great game. Like you could use to play with 2 people, right? The single player missions.
Yeah, you can campaign co-op, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. This is actually a really fun game. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
You should check it out.
And people
I can't believe you actually guys don't know about it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
You gotta think about the heat that Rare dropped at that time, though. Like it's kind of hard.
They had Donkey Kong, Banjo, Diddy Kong Racing, Conker's Bad Fur Day,
GoldenEye,
bro. Like they dropped so many bangers. It's crazy,
dude. Back then we had games.
You know what I don't get though? I don't understand. Yo, they were dropping bangers for Nintendo, and they sold it to Microsoft.
Yeah, I just think Nintendo didn't see the value.
They made that mistake, man.
Right. Like
and they dropped Star Fox.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's true.
But that's the thing. I think like Nintendo, they didn't understand that it was Rare. Rare was one of the reasons that the 64 was popping like that.
Yep.
And they just gave it up because they're dumb.
Rare is the reason Donkey Kong had an identity.
Yep.
Yes, it's true.
Because if it wasn't for them, that Donkey Kong swinging game would have failed miserably.
Yeah, and also like the one like a Donkey Konga, right?
Yeah, that's what's so amazing is that Nintendo really underestimated this Western Studios. When Western Studios gave most Nintendo characters their names and their personalities.
Rare created Diddy Kong.
Right, and I think they created the whole family, didn't they?
They did. Yeah,
they created Funky Kong and etc.
And I think I don't know what other studio was, but a Western studio gave all the Mario characters their names and their personalities. Yeah.
Is that the Japanese is so be in their pride,
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I actually never played Bad Fur Day. But
really?
I never played it. But because back in the day, you have to consider, right, that the games here. I don't know how. You guys were here when this were being released, right? How much were games when over here in the United States when you guys were?
It depended.
Super Nintendo was like $70.
Yeah.
But Super Nintendo they were like at least $70 because the cartridges were expensive to make.
Right.
But 64, I think that's when it started dropping to $50.
Yeah, $50. Yeah.
And then and then when Sony came out with disc, they were so cheaper to produce that it just dropped to $50.
See, for us, like games were over $100.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I remember going to a fucking mall and it's like I see a game that I want. It's like, how much is the game? 150.
Yeah, so like for us, prices were inflated to high.
Blockbuster was heaven, bro. Blockbuster.
Buster. And if you haven't played Conquer, man, you gotta treat yourself, man.
So
game.
For us, like we actually owned very few Nintendo 64 games. We rented a lot, right? But still, like money was a big limiting factor. So there were a lot of games that we couldn't play. Plus,
Right.
I think Bad Fur Day was rated M for mature, and then we were kids, and the people who were
Yeah.
renting it for us were our parents, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you see that big old M? That means you're
Yo,
not playing."
my mom didn't give a fuck.
Hey, you know what? They back in the days, ratings. No one stores did not give a fuck here.
No, they
Yeah.
did.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Yeah,
no,
they
Not
yeah.
back
they're
in the
like
day.
Yeah.
all you needed was the money. That's
And
all you
even
fucking needed.
and even if the store cared, like GameStop or something, you can just hit up the swap meet. They don't care.
Hmm.
So
Look
the
at
swap
that.
meet definitely didn't
That
care.
Yeah,
there.
Gex was that platforming game right there too.
Yeah, Gex was not bad, and I also have pretty good memories of Turok. Turok was
Yeah,
not bad.
Turok-
Man,
Yeah.
I
Yo,
love
Turok Rage Wars is actually my favorite Turok.
I don't know why I was afraid of that game.
Cause you a
It was
pussy.
scary.
You pussy.
Yo, you guys play wrestling games in the back in the day, right?
Hell yeah! What you
Well,
mean?
what's your favorite wrestling game?
Ooh, I think it's
You don't
think it was
SmackDown.
one
Bring it.
Okay.
WWF.
WWF, the one.
For 64?
Yes. Or you
Oh,
already
Oh,
said
not
no mercy
not
though.
not
Like,
that
no
thing
no
was
mercy.
fun as
No,
hell, dude.
No
yo,
mercy.
no
Bring
mercy
it.
is one of the best ones back from
Yeah.
like old
Yep.
wrestling.
Bring
WWE
it.
No Mercy.
Bring it. I think it was on PlayStation 2, but No Mercy. I think N64 takes that one.
And No
Yeah.
Mercy was shit, man.
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know how. Maybe Kenneth can shine a light on this, but how much memory could they hold? Because I remember that I
Oh,
spent
like 60,
like
like
Yeah,
64
uh,
kilobytes.
64.
Yeah.
because
Like-
I remember my cousins and I when we said like, oh, let's play No Mercy. Like, oh, let me make my own character, right? Because he has customizable characters.
Yeah.
And then we would spend about 2 hours each making our characters because there were so many different moves. Just like you had a punch, you had you was it like you had a punch, you had an elbow, you had a shoulder, you had a grapple, you had a strong. It was just crazy the amount of shit that was in that game.
But a lot of that was technical, I guess, know-how.
Yeah.
Because like back in the day, they didn't hold that much. Let me
Yeah,
see.
like Legend of what I'm saying the biggest game I think was Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
With like 64 megabytes.
right. They
Game
didn't have.
didn't go that big back in the day.
Yeah, they
I mean,
were really really small.
Yeah,
So the cartridge.
yeah. So I'll put the other name. No, it wasn't Neither Racing. No, it was not. Nope.
Yeah, it was this game and Power Rangers, and you wanted
Nope.
Power Rangers,
Nope.
and they gave me this
You're wrong.
one.
You're wrong, my
What
guy.
other game was? Or was
I'll
it
tell
the
you.
Little Soldiers?
I'm putting it on the screen right now. I'm putting it on the screen right now because I know the story. Is this thing? Yeah, it was
Mega Man
Damn.
64?
It's Mega
Oh
Man.
man, that hit me in my heart.
So
Oh jeez.
go ahead, Ray. Tell the story. I'll
Okay,
supplement.
so what happened was they will bring a game for each of us, right? And then
Yes.
Max and I will have to choose which one we want. Obviously, I wanted a Mega Man, or they gave me WWF, and then
My
Max
guy,
was.
you're-
So what it was like this. Max was
Okay.
crying.
No,
Well, Max was
okay.
Max was like what was it, bitching about the fact that he was gonna get WWF. He hated the game. He was like, I don't want this crap, blah blah blah. And then he started playing it. And he fall in love with the fucking game.
Okay, so let me tell you the real story.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, he's right. Ray is right about me bitching. He's right about me crying. Absolutely, I will not deny that. But the thing is that in El Salvador, there's only two people who had 64s in our family, right? Eric was one of them, and then it was us. Okay, so they brought two games. They were WWE No Mercy for the console of our household, which involved Ray, Lou, my sister, and I. Okay, and for some reason, Mega Man 64 was given to my cousin. Now, I knew nothing about WWE whatsoever. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who The Rock was. Like, I had no idea. Do I know who Mega Man is? Fucking absolutely. He's been everywhere, right? I'm coming out of playing it in NES. So I'm like, I want Mega Man. I don't want this random fucking people. I don't know who they are, right? And by the way, WWE does not air in El Salvador. It just doesn't. You need to get cable in order to get that. So obviously, I wanted Mega Man 64, and I cried. Like Gray said, I bitched for weeks, and I ended up loving the game after playing it. And I was just like, dude, this game fucking rules. And I felt really bad for being so fucked up, but I learned a lesson.
So speaking of Mega Man, did you guys ever play Battle Network?
Yeah.
No.
I played all of them, and I collected all of the freaking viruses or whatever the hell they're called.
The chips?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
chips.
Yeah. Some of them were really rare.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I want to know that WWF or No Mercy. If you play Royal Rumble, you're God. That's
Yo,
all I'm saying.
I made a lot.
That was the hardest thing I
I
ever played in
made
my
a lot
life.
of third graders cry, man, in that game, man. Everyone thought they were the shit using the most broken wrestler ever, and I was over here using scrawny ass characters and shit.
All I know, I think, was Triple H move of we call it the pedigree and the rock bottom were broken as hell, bro. Once you hit the special, you could just grab thing and do the special again.
It was actually pretty difficult. It was a challenging game to learn.
Right.
No, because
I
once you
hated
have,
it because I could never beat Max.
bro, I hated
Well,
that.
I
game.
hate it because I could never be geeky.
Oh,
Oh, bro.
oh, you. Who was the character who had Aki Man? Was it you?
That was me.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I hated that fucking asshole.
No, bro. How you remember the dragon? Kiki's a character. God damn.
Oh,
bro.
Lee.
Lee, yeah. God.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're keeping you out of the loop, guys. Like, this is our childhood here. Sorry about that.
Right, so that was the first time they switched it to versions, which was number 3. Then
Yeah.
4, 5, then what? 4, 5, and I think 5 was the last one.
I never
And they
played
made
it.
5 of them. Shit.
Yeah, it was a good story up until 5.
They tried to do the whole Pokemon thing where they had like white version and blue version,
Right,
Yeah.
and nobody, it didn't catch on.
no, I really didn't.
To be honest, I like better the anime than the game.
The only
Yeah.
Mega Man game that I have played is the one in 64. After that,
The cool thing about this game was that in Japan they actually had a competition to see who could come up with a concept of a game, and the guy won and it turned into a game, and this is the game he got. Turned out to be really successful. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And if you guys are wondering, this is how it looks. Essentially, you walk around like Pokemon style, and then suddenly you find a virus or a chip, and then you're supposed to defeat it, but you have a shit ton of like different combinations for the Mega Buster.
Right,
Sick.
and if some can actually crack the ground, so you have limited space to move.
Mhm.
It's pretty interesting. I
Yeah.
liked it.
It's
Never
not-
played it. Never played it though.
It has
Alright.
a lot of replayability.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's not stick on nostalgia.
All right.
Well, that's the memories. That's the dreams.
All right. The last one is out. Who's playing that?
Which one?
Who's gonna play The Last of Us 2?
Last was part
I-
2.
I-
Who plans on playing
You
it?
have
Not me.
I am.
I
am.
I said some
I'm
of
leaning
what is
toward-
going on right now.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
do it. I'm gonna buy it. Fuck it.
I-
I gotta beat the first one, but I'm gonna go beat the second one. Now.
I'm
Great.
a,
The first
I'm a
one.
lean. I'm a lean towards it because it's like because it's like I've been seeing some crazy shit, and it's making me interested to play it.
You know what's crazy?
How see
People
the
like-
DLCs? It's amazing. Just the story mode. It's right there, man.
I mean, the first
wanna
one,
play-
yeah, but I'm just saying, talking about the last part, the second part right now, a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. Because
The
it's
thing about this-
amazing, but there's some
Why?
things that I
'Cause-
didn't like.
Wait,
Why?
hold on, hold on.
'Cause-
Wait, hold on, wait.
Hmm.
Wait. You said Last of Us 2 is amazing?
No, I'm just saying. Right now, the people are having mixed feelings about the story
Okay.
because
I
I
mean,
mean,
why-
it was amazing.
Why?
But-
well, no, I'm just saying
Because-
that the game itself is amazing. Like people are like, "Oh, I didn't expect
I didn't know it was
that."
amazing.
Because I'll be watching some of the reviews and stuff.
Yeah, apparently, I guess spoiler, but not really. Apparently, the way they cut the trailers were really deceiving. Apparently, like Joel is not in that game at all. It's actually all just flashbacks.
Oh, that's a
But
huge
Oh
spoiler.
shit.
right, but the way they cut the trailer made it seem like they were interacting with each other and all that.
Oh, you just probably spoiled the shit for everybody.
I mean, whoever
'Cause
like
everybody was
Yeah, I
because
confused
know.
that
So
he was alive.
what really
right,
happens
so a lot of people were pissed. They were like, "Wait, he's not in his game. It's all flashbacks." And so everyone feels like they cheated people with the way
People
they
need
cut
to
the
stop
trailer.
bitching.
Uh,
the
I
thing
Crazy
is
mean,
scene.
they're bitching because I mean, there's that one scene that they found that there's that dude raw dogging it.
You know that dude is Neil Druckmann?
yeah.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
It
So
really is.
yes,
Oh, okay. So we got
it's
fireworks in the background, so bear with us.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 4th of the 19th.
Oh, you actually want me to put something from The Last of Us up? Because
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah, you
God,
want
no.
yeah,
to
put I don't care.
don't
Like,
okay, we
Just don't
get
put that
Max.
scene.
It already
Kenny,
has a meme. It already has a
Kenny is just a
meme.
hater.
It already has a meme. That's why.
Yeah,
And
it
you know what's
does.
crazy though?
Uh,
Neil Druckmann, the director of this game, put himself in the game smashing somebody. I'm like, you don't get in the real?
yeah, Smashing Abby. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you don't
What?
get ass in the real?
Uh,
That's some shit. Some
yeah,
people are
but
not.
people feel like it wasn't the game wasn't a true sequel to the game. Like they did a complete 180, and it makes sense because I think when Abby Hussman was the one who directed the first Last of Us, and now the second Last of Us is Neil Druckmann. Like he's the
That
one directing it, right? And
Yeah.
so a lot of people feel like, I think he took it in the wrong direction. It didn't feel like a sequel. It didn't feel like the characters mattered at all. They say it was just like a really depressing game where they tried too hard to make you feel like to feel sympathy for the characters.
I
Yeah,
can agree on
there,
because
Uh,
Last of Us.
you almost feel like a prequel, huh?
Yo, can I talk? So in the Last of Us, from beginning to where I'm at now, you actually like give a shit about the character, especially Ellie, because you notice like the character progression as spoiler alert, if you haven't played The Last of Us, well, it's your fault.
yeah,
Um
you don't.
so as you play the game, right, Ellie starts to get more attached to Joel over time because she starts, caring for him. But in the beginning, she didn't give a damn, and then where I'm at, they're actually like close. So it was character development. You actually gave a damn about the characters. You actually care about their well-being. But in part two, from what I'm hearing, it doesn't look like it's any of that.
right. It just looks like it's really depressing. Like it's like from what I heard, it looks like they tried to go down a deep route of trying to make it. You guys know about the trolley problem?
Nah.
So this is this thing called the trolley problem, right? So you have two choices. You can have the
Still talking
train.
about Last of Us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could have the trolley kill 5 people, or you can switch the track and have it kill one person. And so what they tried to do, so what I'm hearing is they tried to do that in the Last of Us Part Two, but
Yeah.
but the thing is, the game is so linear that you have to do the bad thing anyway.
Then
You
what's
see
the
the problem?
point?
Right, exactly. And so people was like, it's just really lame. It's not really a choice. You're gonna have to do it regardless. That's why
Mind
people feel
you,
it's trash.
mind you, the people saying the story is trash. Gameplay is still linear, just like the first one, but it's
Yeah.
getting 90s and 95s and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think what people forgot was that because people harp on Nintendo for this, like Nintendo gets games just get good scores because they're Nintendo games. That happens with a lot of games that has big studios behind it. Simply because it's the studio that made Uncharted and all that, people just like, oh, it's gonna be a great game. I'm just like, you don't know that until the game comes out. You can flop all the time.
Mm.
It's like say it's like Gearbox. It could be a hit or it could be a miss. 0-100. You can get Duke Nukem Forever and Battleborn, or you can get Borderlands. Your
I
choice.
think like the trailer says, I think it's gonna be a little backlash. Just talking
Right.
about the past,
Oh
and
yeah, no,
that's
it's
Even-
been review bombed to hell because people didn't like the representation of LGBTQ people in it.
no. But one sense that I just wonder how the story's gonna go out because if they put a little backlash and stuff, it's
Yeah.
gonna ruin the story, and no,
Do you-
it's gonna ruin the game basically for me.
Do you guys care that gay people are in The Last of Us?
No,
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
you
either.
shouldn't
Are
care.
we still on
Yeah.
Last of Us?
I mean, if we spoil
Yeah.
the story or whatever, but
The only time I care is when they force it down your throat.
You know what's really funny as well?
Oh.
You have people complaining. Remember Battlefield 5?
Yeah.
You have,
Uh-huh.
you have I remember people complaining about like, oh, there's a woman in here. Why is there a woman? There's no woman in World War II. It's like, why are you putting identity politics in this game? I was like, what are you complaining about?
It's a video game.
No,
Yeah.
no, not even that, right? Not even that. Because if you think about it, right? And these are the same people say, I want a more realistic game. Think about it. World War II was caused because of identity politics. Hitler wanted to kill all the Jews. That's identity politics, right? So to take identity politics out of Battlefield 5 doesn't even make sense.
I mean, people were mad because there was a black guy in the cover of Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, people are going to be sexist, going to be racist no matter what. So
Oh wow.
Okay, let's move
So
on
that's the last
to.
the PlayStation 5 price leak.
Okay, what was okay? We at the beginning we recently talked about the prices, right? I think Josh mentioned it briefly.
yeah.
Right, and that's not nowhere confirmed, just a rumor. All right.
It was a leak.
So what happened was that they for a brief moment, Amazon put the PlayStation 5 for pre-order on their website way too early. And it said 500 for the physical, 400 for the digital.
Okay, so what do you guys think
That
about
was a
that?
thought.
It's a good
I
price.
mean,
That was
That's pretty
really
much what I thought
expected.
it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
$400,
that leak
$399.
is true. I pretty much saw it 500 because, like I said, right?
It's not true.
Sony, if it's true, let's say if it is, right?
Mhm.
Like Sony saw Microsoft get away with it. Why wouldn't they want to get away with it?
Exactly. Yeah. But nah, I think this is rumor.
Sony's acting
So
as
do
if
you?
you don't have like what was it, over 40% unemployment in the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, do you can think that, like from last podcast, do you still think that the disc version is gonna still be $400?
Yep.
I doubt it.
I
I doubt it.
I don't know about that,
I
fam.
doubt it,
I
bro.
I'm
don't
telling you,
know
bro. I'm
about that,
telling you,
fam.
man. I'm telling you, because think about it, right? Think about the conditions this console's gonna come out at. It's like
but
Max just said. Like you have economic downturn. You have
Do you
have the
think
Xbox.
PlayStation gives a fuck about that?
Oh, they need to. Their business.
Nah, look, check this out, fam. Look. You said economic downturn, but people are still spending money though.
They're
Well, are
spending
they
a
gonna spend
lot,
$500 on a console? That's the question.
bro. Yes, I'll
You
tell
think
you
about it,
this.
right? If I say I
People-
spend $500 on a computer be used for anything. A console, that's just for video games. Remember, entertainment is the first thing to go when you have to cut budget.
Right, yeah, but okay, I'll give you an example. People are buying a comic book that's graded at a like 9.8 or 9.6, or an Amazing Spider-Man number 15 that's at a 2.4 or 6 point something, at millions of dollars in this economy today.
Right, this is
But
the
yeah,
thing,
but then
right?
you also have
'Cause-
people in like
Animal Crossing.
people saying like, oh, what was it? Cancel rent. I'm like,
right, exactly.
dude, do you know what type of economy we live in?
Right. So the thing is, right, is like the number of millionaires and billionaires actually went up during the COVID-19.
Mhm.
So we know that. But the thing is, the question is why are they buying those comic books? I think they're doing it as an investment.
Oh yeah, that's most
Right.
definitely, yeah, right.
And so when it's like Max said, people are asking to cancel rent. I don't think you're gonna spend a console because you gotta really think about it, right? In a lot of parts of this country, $500 can pay for your rent for a month. That's a lot of money to some people in this country. In California, it's nothing, right? But in like a place like Alabama and Georgia, you can pay a month rent for that.
But at the same time, they're gonna have short inventory too. So
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
about-
know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And it also depends on how much these like The Last of Us is gonna do, how much Ghost of Tsushima is gonna sell. And if those do really well, they're gonna be like, well, people are still buying this stuff. So
Nah, I think that's different because like Ghost of Tsushima, that's $60. We're talking about 500. That's a whole other level of crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, look
Because
at
you gotta
also.
remember, that's more than most people's savings.
yeah, but at the same time, like things are starting to open up again.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna start seeing people, getting work again and all that stuff. But not as quick as you expect, but you are gonna start seeing people work again. So
But-
that's why I don't think it's gonna be that feasible.
Remember, it has to dip first before it goes up.
I'll say this: the hugest example is the Nintendo Switch. People are buying it at resale prices from $600 to $800, and the Animal Crossing edition from $1,000 to $2,000, and they're buying it for themselves. You think they're not gonna go out of their way to buy a PS5 at $500?
Yes.
Look, fam, Will, there's a way, and all those memes for the PS5 is probably easy marketing for fucking Sony.
I mean, like I said, we say that, but with those wave of bankruptcy stuff,
Oh, we'll see.
We will see how stable the
Oh.
economy is by when they release the goddamn PlayStation 5.
There are people out there who you can price it for $1,000 and they'll buy it.
right?
Okay? You can price it for $2,000 and they'll buy it. Okay. Number one, you have the portion of the population who, for some reason or another, uses it to make their money. Right. You have streamers, people who actually,
Exactly.
play the games that they can't afford to not have it because that's the content they create. Okay. So if it's $1,000, they will pay $1,000. Okay. And then you have all the other people who are affluent, and they were like, okay, $500, $600, that's no problem. My parents could buy it for me, but doctor, lawyer, blah blah blah. They happen, and then there's gonna be the people who are like, oh shit, I need to save up to get those $500 consoles, and they will. They will. They're like, oh shit, like I just got paid, buy it. And then why? Because we are all pursuing pleasure, right? And when the economy it's really bad, there was a study actually that was released this week where it shows that through the COVID-19 closure, it's actually been the people who are affluent have actually not bought that many things, right? Whereas the poor, the people who are middle to lower class, have actually increased their purchasing habits. They buy whatever. And my wife was like, yeah, you know what? It makes sense. Whenever there's an economic downturn, you're gonna have things like makeup sales go up, right? Why?
Yeah.
Because everybody wants that satisfaction, that dose of endorphins. So if you see a PS5, I guarantee you there are people who will buy it and they are poor. I'm agree with Andres in that sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have no business buying it, but they will. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bunch of people also putting it on layaway.
Yeah.
You're putting it on pre-orders.
What I'm saying is that we're talking about that right now, but the thing is, like I said 100 times, right now you can't get kicked out for not paying rent. That changes next month, and then you have $2,000-$3,000 people have to pay for rent. If they see them buy that console, that judge is gonna be like, you could buy that PlayStation, you could pay that rent. Hey, that's gonna happen.
They're gonna buy that with cash. That's what
they're gonna buy with that cash, exactly.
Right, and that's not including the people who got COVID-19. Hell, you had a guy last week who had a $1 million bill just because he got COVID-19. Like, you're gonna see just wave after wave of just bankruptcies over and over again. I'll tell you, man. Like, if they price it that high in this economy, that thing is probably gonna be dead.
But Ken, you say that, but the thing is, people are still doing it. It's not like people are stopping because of it.
No, because think about it, right? A lot of these people who are going out and buying that stuff,
Yeah, right.
that's because they have that unemployment money that's coming from the government.
Right.
But once all that comes to an end, that's gone. Like, they're going to start at zero.
See, you're also excluding the fact that there is people like myself and other people in the industry that have been working through this whole closure.
No, I
and then there's a lot,
and there's gonna be
and
people
there's
getting
people who haven't been
jobs
working who will buy it
post-summer,
anyway.
too.
and then will buy it.
No,
Exactly.
but the thing is, I agree. You're right. There have been people who've been working, but the thing is, from a business point of view, that's not the majority. That's not a big enough chunk to justify that price.
So
And so I'm saying, like, once that, because remember, like, even my brother benefited from this. He gets paid way more than he got paid without being on unemployment,
on site,
right? Right. He got paid way more. He went from making like $1,800 a month to like $3,000 to $3,200 a month, and it's like ridiculous amount. And so these people they're going out there and they're spending that, right? And then you have a lot of people who are like, they're choosing not to pay rent or they're choosing not to save it. and that's the vast majority of people. And
Yeah.
so once that check comes to an end, all those bills are going to come in. Because remember,
Yeah.
right now you have your utilities cut off. You can't get kicked out for non-payment of rent. That you pretty much have no obligation. Your life is on pause right now, right?
Yeah.
But once that's over, the unemployment ends, so you're not going to be making as much money as you used to. A lot of the jobs are going to be gone, right? 40% of businesses are expected to go out of business, so most of the jobs are going to be gone. And on top of all that, you're gonna have to have a huge rent bill due. If you got COVID-19, you're gonna have to have a huge medical bill due. The kind of money that's about to drop on the American people, the kind of debt that's about to drop on American people, I think it's gonna make that price unfeasible. Yeah, it's just crazy. If it does start off at 500, I guarantee you it'll drop 100
Okay.
like by the holiday season.
So
Nah, they
just
don't
want-
drop. When is the last time you saw a console drop price in 2 months?
PlayStation 3.
no,
Three.
That didn't drop in 2 months.
That is drop.
two
They
things.
announced it at 600.
Yeah, but it didn't take. It wasn't 2 months to drop the
Yeah.
price. It took
So
them
two
at
things,
least a
right?
few months.
Number one, my wife just came over and saying like, she fact checked me. So is that like, essentially consoles will not sell during an economic downturn? That's what the study said. Okay, just to clarify that. Now, big ticket items. Anyways, the other thing is, according to what, a third of the United States has not been paying rent. Like
Right.
April was not since April. Since April, a third of the U.S. has not paid rent. So, like Kenneth said, yeah, there's going to be a huge amount of debt that's going to drop on a lot of people, and we're starting to see it here. There's homelessness is up, right? So I get to see that a lot of people are probably going to pre-order it, right? Under the concept of the wishful thinking, you're going to see those numbers go up. Absolutely, people are going to be like, "Oh,
pre-orders
shit,
are
put it up."
definitely gonna be up.
Yeah,
Right.
but,
Especially with that low stock, you're gonna see that sell out.
yeah.
You're gonna see the sold out.
That console's not going to have a problem selling out. I guarantee you. But whether or not people are going to be able to commit to buying it later on, that's another story. And
Right.
you also have to consider that a lot of stores, like one of them, it's a Big Bad Toy Store, right? They sell big ticket toys. They sell anything from $5 to the $300 toys, and they have payment plans now. So you
Right.
can actually get a payment plan to buy a $10 toy now. Okay.
Right.
So I don't know if people are gonna go in debt to get
Probably.
this fucking console, but it's kind of
Well,
crazy.
I mean, that's something like you just brought up Big Bad Toy Store. I mean, something that sideshows have been doing with their like collectible statues, and people been going out of the way paying off like $2,000-$3,000 statues,
Mhm.
with payments that are like $100 to $500 a month.
Yeah, because you
Right.
create the illusion of something being affordable,
Right.
okay? Which is essentially lying to yourself, right?
Yeah.
You're lying to yourself that you can afford something
Right.
by telling yourself that you can afford it, in the future, right?
Mhm.
But that's
And
not
not only that, but what's affecting businesses a lot is that a lot of businesses in the United States, even in Japan, have a lot of corporate debt as well, which is a problem to the economy. And credit card debt is down, which is even worse for the economy, ironically. And it's like if you take a look at a place like Blizzard, if you go to Blizzard, all their statues that are called like $300-$400, they've been cut down to like $200,
Oh
like
yeah.
50% off, right? Because it's
I
like
mean, that's
those kinda-
all across the board, though. I
right,
mean,
because
with the
like
gaming
that's not
industry.
fair, right? Because it's like when you have that high of a price, a lot of people just gonna think twice about it. And I think that's gonna be the same with PlayStation, and that's why I think they're gonna make it $400 simply because it's coming out in a bad economy.
Look, when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox 360, I have been thinking it twice for the past year. I mean, the last console I bought from those companies was the 360. That's it. I missed the Xbox One, Xbox One Lite, PS3, 4, and now 5. I'm going to definitely miss. The only one I got was the Switch. Why? Because it's affordable and it has games that I can enjoy with you guys. Just my
Yeah.
priority.
But what
Right.
I feel is gonna happen is like it's gonna stay at the same price, because I feel like it's gonna stay at the price until they see their sales for the first week. That's what I
Yeah.
see. Because then
I-
they're not, at least for a month or a week, because they're not
price-
gonna learn.
The price
I-
is not gonna change. The price is gonna
It's
stay.
not. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
stay,
that's what I'm
stay
saying, like, it's-
stagnant for a while.
Because
That's what I'm saying. It's
because
at least
it
at
needs-
500, but I think the real price is going to be more thought out than 500.
I think the price,
Um,
if it's 500 or more, is going to stay at what it is because it's going to represent something that people want to acquire.
Right.
So,
That's
Exactly.
Who wants to
that's
spend
true.
money?
It'll-
Spend money real quick.
It'll.
So I'm
Go
gonna
for
have I have a quote that Sony mentioned, right? They had said something about like say that they think our need to ensure that we focus on getting the value equation right and emphasize value as opposed to price. So what do you think they mean by that?
Higher price,
High
obviously.
price.
That came out of their words that they're gonna
yeah, of
focus
course,
on value. So
Right.
from when I hear that, I'm thinking it's gonna be at a higher price because they think their games
Yeah.
are like top notch because they're at the big
Yeah.
top right now. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what that means. Yeah, higher price.
That's why I feel like it's gonna be $500.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. And if it wasn't so bad, if the economy wasn't so bad, I would agree it would be $500. Because of like extenuating circumstances, I think they're gonna take an extra $100 hit.
Y'all trying to put some money on this?
No.
I-
Yeah.
I mean,
How
I mean,
confident are you,
We'll
bro?
go on
I
debt.
I mean,
No,
I
because
mean,
it's a
I-
league.
I mean,
'cause it's
me
a
and Ken
league.
already has a
Wait,
$20
wait.
bet from last
Yeah, yeah,
podcast.
Wait, how many
By
people
the way,
are here?
this channel does not
3,
condone
6.
betting.
How about I want to get a donation or $10 donations, you know? Raise some raise
What?
some money for the PS5.
Yeah,
Ruben's
me,
gonna
and-
start a
me
fucking
and Andres already
Patreon.
got 20 on it, so we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
really?
Ken's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the $20 already in the bag, but.
Yo, just use me. Just buy me a pizza
Oh
from
wait,
Pizza Pizza.
remember?
Alright.
Oh,
Talking about his
God.
memory. The bet was what?
$20.
$20.
No, for like
We don't condone
what
betting.
was the stipulation?
Wait, no,
Oh,
wait.
PlayStation. The disc was gonna be 500 for Andres,
I said,
and then the digital was gonna be 400.
Okay.
right,
Mine-
and I
mine
told
was
him,
gonna be
I told him,
400.
right.
Okay, unrelated news. How's Mr. Pizza doing?
It's Koreatown
it's
pizza
Koreatown
company
Pizza.
town now. Yeah.
But I mean, are they doing just curbside or?
Oh, I have
In
no
other
idea.
words, it's dead.
Yeah. Just take out.
Just take out.
Yeah.
The only restaurants I know doing dine-ins are Denny's, and there's one Mexican spot in Inglewood. It's a
Okay.
bar and grill.
Okay.
They're starting to open up though. Today.
Well, they have to. Even the bars are open up.
No, Anders and San Pedro,
No, no,
they're
bars
they
are not allowed.
close
to
the street now. 6th Street. They
No,
close
to
it
like
for
next
restaurants.
month though.
They closed 6th Street.
They every now and then, like I think over the weekends, they close 6th Street and people can dine outside on the street. That's closed.
Oh
That's
shit.
cool.
Well, I know. Like they closed down. What is it? I think it's like 7th Street. For the Ranchers Market.
Yeah,
Where-
First Friday.
yeah.
First Thursday, I think it's called.
No. They do it every Friday.
Oh shit. Dude,
Yeah, you know.
I've lived here for like a year and I've never been. Fuck. All
yeah.
right. So you want to transition now to the last thing we have, which is what Pokemon we think
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
friends are.
I already
Just so
know.
that we can ruin friendships, and
Look,
not have to
I
swap
mean,
them.
I chose it very fast.
Look, I'm about to tell you which Pokemon it is because Andy just
No. Okay, I'll
That-
give all of you guys a shot to defend, to not defend, but at least explain why.
Okay, so you got to show
First.
each
Who's going
person who
first?
goes left.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the point,
who
right? I'm
goes
not
first
gonna
then?
just tell you.
Okay.
Who's going first?
All right.
So
So
let's see. Going
Alright.
first is me. Okay,
Okay.
this is what I think about which Pokemon best represents you, and this is not just for competitive, it's just like your personal qualities. What I
General.
Right.
So for Andres, I definitely think that Lucario fits him.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Why? And this is because I feel like Lucario is the Pokemon you want to have in your corner. Same thing goes for Andres.
Okay.
Okay, I think that
It's because you're a dog. No, I was kidding.
I was thinking because you're a
A
furry,
steel
but
dog.
no, but it's essentially you're a loyal friend. It's, I
Fair
think
enough.
all of us here, feel very lucky.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Hey,
Last time,
Shots fired.
I was just like,
my
hey,
Max
can you
said-
bring
Max
all of
said,
these guys
"Well,
over here?
oh, yeah."
Shut up.
So let's see. So that's why. Okay, I think Lucario is pretty cool too. For Josh, I think Steve.
Boy made me a fox.
It's because
He's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, because
That's funny.
Oh,
Josh,
Oh,
I think is
shit.
like so sly. I mean, look at. I think when I see his like, you know, his like droopy eyes, like Josh is always kind of like, just lets everything just wash over him. You know, like he doesn't mind. He just chill all the time. And but then at the same time, you know, like Josh is a little soft. He can get hurt too, because Evil has terrible stats. Uh,
Oh
Ken-
shit.
for Kenneth, I pick Crook.
let's go, boy.
Because like he's always it's just like I think for Kenneth his like standard mode is this is my
Whatever.
opinion. Go ahead and change my mind.
You like how he picked the two black guys that look like thieves?
Okay, so what's your reason behind making me the crocodile?
Well,
Oh,
Crook,
exactly.
number one is because how smug he is, right? One, it's that the fact that he's always cross his hands. Like for me, it's just like with you, you're like, oh, this is what I think. Change my mind. Right?
Fair enough.
This is why exactly you listen, right? You listen, etc. But you're very firm in your opinion in that sense. That's why I picked it.
Yeah, that's true. Those are true facts, though.
And
I
you're
am
very
What the fuck is this?
For Ray, I picked Slurp.
Oh man.
Wait, why? Because okay, so number one, I've known Ray literally all his life,
You know
right?
what's really funny? I was this close to choosing that Pokeball for Ray too.
Is a new Pokemon for the new generation? What generation this is?
Six generation.
X,
Yeah.
X and
Yeah, I
Y,
never
X and
played
Y.
that piece of.
So like when you
Only
came,
got
when it
to
comes
five.
to
Not
when
many
it
people.
comes to Slurp, right? Mostly I did it because of competitive. Because I mean, you don't think that Slurpuff is gonna run town on you, right? So you look at him just like, oh, dude, he just
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, this
Right?
guy's like a chubby boy, whatever. I don't care. But then like
When he
Belly,
does something, it's amazing.
yeah, Belly,
Yeah.
this guy can run your entire fucking team. Like,
That's what I'm
Welcome.
saying, dude.
yeah. So like
I
if
know, right?
because I feel like if Ray, you know, sets his mind to something and
Exactly.
it really dedicates, I think he can essentially make something that can succeed.
Yo, that's
why.
exactly
But,
why I chose for Ray.
Wait,
That's
what?
the exact same reason.
yeah,
I
I
had
think
the
that's
exact
the fun
same
too.
reason. Yo.
And
Wow.
Ruben is a little it's a little weird, but I picked because you know you can always count on Lou to make you smile.
Yeah.
That's the perfect choice.
So like Quilon just makes sense. Like
Oh,
number one, not
Oh
because of your
man.
body, it's because like that expression you have.
I like how you know, like restate that. Not because of your body.
Because you know
Because
when
you,
I see
girl.
him, right, it makes you laugh, right? And
Well-
I remember, like for the longest time, I didn't think that Lou was like as smart as he is. You know, like
Yeah.
because, no,
Damn,
like,
shots
I don't know.
fired.
I mean, it is.
No.
though.
because I will always ask him, like, hey, can you explain how you got this? And Ruben was just like, oh, I just did this and that. And then I'm like, dude, are you fucking lying to me? It's like, I don't know if you're lying to me. I know you got the right answers and you're getting like amazing grades, but you don't know how to explain shit, right?
that's definitely true. Yeah,
That's-
that's
like,
definitely
okay.
true.
So for Bulatin, that's kind of how it is, right? He has a very tough outer shell, but you know, there's a lot of potential in it, and that's why I
Right.
picked all of these.
Okay.
You know
okay.
what? That
You put more
Pokemon
thought
that
than I
you picked for
did.
me, the Pokemon you picked for me, that's Kenneth's Pokemon. Pretty sure it's Chespy because that's my last name.
Yo, I chose that exact Pokemon for you. I've literally been telling me he's that Pokemon for 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, this is the perfect Pokemon I've ever seen. It's crazy.
All right.
Okay,
Cool. What's
you
next?
want to move on to the
Josh?
next? I think.
Yeah.
Who's next? This is Ruben's picks.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So
Lou. So
for Ray,
For
I
Ray-
think-
Careful.
let me guess. Not because he's funny, because he's really funny, but he moves around a lot, so he always lost of focus much of the
Uh-huh.
times. And then when I watch keyboard, when Ash get his keyboard, he always move around all the time. So that made me think about Ray. They always loose around. He can't focus at all. He just do whatever he wants to do. That's probably Ray's characteristic, one of his characteristics.
And dude, if you were to focus, he can become a fucking guard chomp. Fuck.
Yeah, so that's what I tell him.
You can become
That-
greatness.
No, he becomes Ray first year of college when he was skinny.
You know what? You need to move on to the next one.
Go
Well,
ahead.
Andres will be a Axelgor. Axelgor? Axel?
A cell.
Selgore.
Just because he's pretty fast, and to be honest, how did come out with a pretty fantastic stories about himself? I was like, oh look, he looks like a hero. That'll be clearly Andres, pretty sure.
But you
Oh,
put him on
fuck.
the spot, and he goes out. He goes on flames, right? Because
Yeah, he goes-
fire.
that's the homie you want to be in the sack with. Like, yo, I'll bring Andres. Don't worry about it. He will whip your ass.
Okay, for Josh,
For Josh, he will be squirrel.
He's gonna make the girl squirt.
Squirtle? Does that make him squirt?
I had no idea what I could see Ray, I could see Andres, but Josh is Squirrel.
Yeah, that's what I told Ruben. It's like, he's not
Dude,
Squirrel.
Squirrel, look,
I know he looks like one, but
Okay, so what's the reasoning?
because he wants to be a player. So Squirrel, maybe like gang Squirrel with the sunglasses. Maybe think about Josh.
The cool Squirtle. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
school Squirrel, like
accept
gang
that.
maybe Squirrel.
I think the key here is wannabe.
Wanna be.
Well, I don't want to be. I know what I am.
Oh, that's funny.
For
Oh
Kenneth,
shit.
you ready?
Oh yeah, for Kenny it will be crocodile.
the bigger, blacker version.
Oh shit, yo! It's like you guys just said, it's this alligator is definitely he's gonna steal all your shit.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Okay,
why I
okay, well-
pick him? Why I pick him? Because he's pretty smart, to be honest. When I see him, it's like a cunning man. He gets what he wants. He doesn't care about anybody else.
I'm not that heartless.
You think he always said like I gotta do me and myself. I'm gonna fight for Kenneth, but he also when him truthfully, he cares about a lot.
Even
And
though he
that's-
intimidates you, right?
Even though he doesn't like to show it. He just do it by doing some certain things.
I was
like
just like
Crocodile.
when I saw Lou's pick for like Crocodile, I was like, I can't believe it.
Okay, so for Max, Dragonite. Though. I can't
So
think anything.
it's pretty safe to say I'm the bad guy of the group.
Dragonite, because even though he cares about a lot of people, he does a lot of work. I see him do a lot of work his entire life, and when I see like the Pokemon 2000s, Dragonite's delivery things,
Yeah.
doing all the hard work, that's kind of Max because, to be honest, he's bad to be a teacher. It's kind of it's kind of inspiring me because to work hard, I guess.
Yo, I didn't put much thought into y'all. Quick and simple out the door. Like,
That's fine. That's okay. That's all right. That's cool. I mean, you might find that you actually picked something as as you're going through.
I want to see Rays now.
Oh,
they're pretty simple.
Let's
They're pretty
see.
simple.
what's next?
I think the next one up is Andres.
Oh shit. All right.
Let me get Scraggy for me.
No.
Keep the dark types coming.
No.
Okay, so for Max.
Max, I picked Mega Alakazam.
Oh,
Now I realize that I shouldn't have had my mustache done like
Well, I picked Mega Alakazam because he's essentially the smartest Pokemon. He has a supercomputer as a brain. And it reminded me of Max because, his evolution is also the wiser, the older one. Max is the oldest one out of all of us in the group. He's married, he has a career, graduated college, and
Max, what you doing chilling with us children?
I mean, he's cool with Andres though.
I just got a career.
Oh, damn.
I mean, no one else, no one but Andres. I mean, no one but Max has a
Exactly.
career.
That's what I was saying. What you doing hanging out with us children over here?
But
My wife makes more money than me.
but yeah, like, and he's just the one that like when we have like we need advice or we need to like pick a brain for, we usually go to Max. We usually like, hey, like Max, what do you think about this or what do you think about that? In your opinion, and you know, he's the friend that we always go to when we need advice when it comes to life and when it comes to even educational things.
True.
I'll take it. Thank you. All right. So, by the way, I like the
Go
pick
ahead,
your brain.
roast me.
All right.
Yo, that was another Pokemon on the list. I was gonna pick Ray.
Why him though?
Obama Snow.
Obama Snow. Ray. The reason why I picked Obama Snow because Ray has a very bad temper.
No, dime, güey.
Yeah, you do, right? You have a pretty bad temper.
You have a bad temper when, like, especially when it comes to like something competitive. You have like a very short
God.
temper.
I played soccer with you, Ray. I know you can get into a fight.
I've seen your
That's
soccer
right.
game.
We've all
Oh,
seen
Canada, the
soccer
football game,
games.
remember?
Yeah. I played football with Ray. We got flagged because he was being so aggressive.
At the same time, Ray can be very solitary and very cold, but at the same time, he can be very approachable once you get to know him.
Dude,
So-
that's deep, though. Pretty good.
That's weird. Actually, that's me. To be honest.
Okay.
So next, we got Lou.
I knew it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that Pokemon too.
We all look at Ruben's laughter and just go with it.
Yeah, Ruben is very very jolly, very like laughable. Like, you know, he's very also gullible and very easy to approach. and he's just like a lot of fun to hang around with him. And then like when he wants to do something, you know, he'll put his mind to it and like dedicate to that. And that's why I like Makuhita, fighting type. He's, you know, is dedicated to his work. He's dedicated to like training and being better so that he evolves into that eventually that Hariyama.
You know, I dedicate to my food too. You know, eat it up.
So Josh was a.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
This is honestly the one that I
You
wanted
know,
to know about.
I forgot
that
Smeargle
Pokemon.
existed.
Yeah, I forgot about that Pokemon.
So
I
we
forgot
picked-
that thing was a thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who's it now?
But yeah,
Farfetch.
I think it's the most obvious one, like for Josh, for me, like when it comes to it, because I've known Josh. I knew Josh and I met Josh in an art class,
Right.
Oh
and
shit! Really?
yeah, that's how we both met. We both were in the same art class, and we actually got to know each other through a girl that we both sat next to, that he was already friends with, and
He's
I
like,
don't know,
yeah,
he
man, I like you, dog. Let me draw you. I like you too, dog. I was like,
Oh no, it went deeper than that, man. He was there through all those. He did every move.
Josh was too busy looking at ass and ass in that class for him to be.
Yo, I remember
paying
that
attention to
class.
anyone,
There
dog.
was some booty in that class. And then the one sitting next to us.
Wow.
But like me and Josh, like we connected through art, you know, and I've seen his art progress from like the time I met him until now, like from him being only comfortable with like digital to like drawing and to now being comfortable with painting. And I just see his evolution, and I see just the different styles he's willing to take on, and the different things that he's willing to try when it comes to art. And he's daring. He's not intimidated to new things when it comes to that. And that's why I always think about him like that.
Art Institute Josh artwork was pretty good. Pretty like in Art Institute, his designs were good. And then after the R2, they kind of went down a little.
Yo, that's what I think R2 depressed everybody so bad that they
Oh, it really
just
did.
sad, yo.
Yeah, and then it went back up. Oh yeah, yeah. I get the pre R2 collection.
Oh, yeah.
So essentially, Josh, it's a booty hound that paints.
Oh, booty house.
Let's continue.
All right,
Man,
last one.
that was 2015.
What is this?
It's Golurk.
By the way, I could have added the black Golurk, but I didn't. The shiny version.
Oh god.
So let's see.
Okay, so I go.
Oh, let's do this. Oh god.
Well,
Son of a bitch! Don't screw me.
Essentially, what he's trying to say that you're
Yo,
nothing.
mine is gonna be like 2 minutes, and that's it.
In the Asian thing, he has like the mouth, the century.
All right, I'm back.
so there you go. Golurk is there.
All right, so Gerlich,
Go
I've
lurk at my
I-
Instagram.
I've never used his mom, by the way.
really.
Nope.
I think he's pretty dope. So I picked this one for Ken because Ken, he has a presence about him when he enters a room, and like he's very like at first you're like when my mom first met him, she's like, oh, like I didn't know how to approach him, and then when she got to know him, then like she changed her
Demeanor.
view. He was more and she was more approachable to him.
Yeah.
And so like, but Ken is very like, if you don't know him and you just see him like enter a room, he's like very stoic, very like he has a presence about him. And then once you get to know him, you're like all those things kind of like fade away, like the ghost type that Golurk is. And so like everything that you had thought about Ken kind of fades away. And Ken is someone that like is very dependable, that he's always there when you need him, and then like when you like you need to ask any question to him, like or a favor or help or whatever, he's always there, and he's always been that person that's always like that has your back. And and that's one of the reasons why I thought of Golurk, because he has this big presence, and he's always towering over people, like just humans and Pokemon, and just the big presence and like the power of him, and like just that's what made me think about Ken.
It's really
I appreciate all the kind words, but no, I really do. But this is the third time some of you guys said I was a scary black man. So.
I didn't say you were scary.
Okay, so but I'll have to say that I actually spoiler, my wife has actually made her own picks, right? And she had the hardest time with Andres, but then second to hardest it was you, but because he said like, I need to find a Pokemon that has a great presence. That was exactly what she said, because like Kenneth has a presence. She said like when he walks into a room, you know that he's there. Like it's not like it's completely opposite from being a ghost, because like it's so crazy. But yeah, you tuned into that too,
right? I mean, and then it's not that, Ken, because my grandfather was a 7'4" black man, so he towered over you.
So far, I've gotten
Look,
ghost
man.
type and dark type.
Look, man, when you call that shit, you're gonna be noticed.
That's true. All right.
But that wasn't the presence I was talking. The presence is
No,
like,
I'll just
yeah.
Well, I'm not. I am a douche, but I understand.
No, but you know what, Ken? Like, I mean, to a certain point, you have to, you kind of really do. When you come into a room, right? Like when you came to my parents' house too, right? Immediately they were like, "Oh, that's a good person." It's like immediately. So whatever, like, it's really easy through you to break stereotypes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
That's-
stereotype.
no,
I told you you were whitewashed, bro.
Y'all about to make me cry, boy. Stop.
Hey,
Stop.
you make Ken cry. Look.
All right.
Look, he's serious.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's do Josh's. All
Oh,
right.
me?
So
Okay.
so go ahead.
Ken
First
is,
one.
Ken is Celestial.
Oh shit!
Y'all already know why. He's big as fuck.
Wait, what the fuck? He can't even fit the screen. What the hell is that? Like a rocket?
Big ass nigga.
Yeah, you
Celesteela is actually the size of a space shuttle. Like,
How is that
Yeah.
a Pokemon?
as the ocean was, yeah.
You know that thing is there.
Well, this is why.
Bro,
This is why I hate the new generation
you-
Pokemon, bro.
You
Don't make
you
sense.
you picked the 3-piece fucking female dildos.
Cause like it's like Ken is a big ass dude. You can't miss him. You not like you can look. You can't look around him. You see him. So Celestial. That's it. I told you, I'm not gonna spend 2 hours
That's
getting
fine.
into
That's
like.
okay. All right.
All right, okay, Andres.
Andres, this is gonna make y'all laugh.
What the fuck? No.
Come
I agree.
He gives gifts. He's Santa Claus. He's dead ass Santa Claus. Like I won't forget the day Andres came to our house with 50 million Pokemon packs. Like,
I know, right?
You can have some.
Like, honestly, and remember, like when I went to your house, I think it was like the second time. You were like, "Oh, here you go, happy birthday," and I'm like, "How the fuck do you know it's my birthday?"
That's what I'm saying, right?
It's the perfect pick, bro. Like there is no explanation. He's Santa Claus. Andres is Santa Claus. This man has not missed a Christmas.
I was gonna pick Chansey because he's a lucky ass motherfucker.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see. For me, Slowking.
It's Slow King. Why? Slow King is smart. Max is a smart ass dude. He's smarter than me. He's smarter than all of us. We're all children here. Makes sense.
Oh.
I ain't gotta say much.
Okay, here's the thing. I tried finding the picture, but for one Halloween, I actually cosplayed as Slowking. I
Wow.
made
See?
I made the hat out of like paper mache. No, it was like stuffed animal things, and I made the actual hat with the horns, with the jewel, and everything. And I was walking around as Slowking. It was just funny that you actually thought about it.
Beast. Next is Ray. Slow. No lag. You're big as fuck. You like to eat. You're big as fuck. You like to eat, and you like to just chill all the time.
Yeah, sure.
Snorlax.
I mean, like, I have to say, I didn't want to pick Snorlax, right? Because I knew it was kind of like an easy choice in that sense, right? But then, like, when I see Ray, like, working on the computer or, like, looking down at his phone most of the time, right? He dead ass looks like that's the expression he had.
Yeah, sure.
Why do I feel I'm gonna be Smush Flax or something like that?
Much like that.
Not much
Okay.
lag, not much lag.
Okay, Lou, what
Hey,
do you think?
now that
Uh,
you say that, when you look at Ruben and Ray, it looks like Ruben evolved.
So, Ruben, what did you think that Josh picked for you?
I don't know, Chespy. Just look at it. Because I feel.
Oh, I knew it. I was gonna pick that one.
Black King. It's like, yo, Ruben just want to chill, and sometimes he's a little sleazy. Look at Slack King.
I like it because you call me out a yellow monkey, so I love it. So,
I wasn't gonna choose you grass because they're trash. So at least I chose something else.
Hey, and now with who was the one that eliminates abilities?
Wheezing.
Wheezing, yeah, like that shit's fucking broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang, those
All
are
right,
I didn't go on a whole Harry Potter story out here.
so,
Who's this?
let me see. Honey, do
Oh,
you want to
oh,
come do your
it's
pick?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my wife actually decided to do her own too.
All right, I'm actually interested in this.
So
Your voice
I
don't
has
matter.
even me in there too. And I'll just let her go ahead and take over.
Yeah,
So-
I kind of found it interesting. I forgot what you said, but I remember thinking, oh my gosh, you're so much like Ray. You like to embellish the truth a lot because you said something or other in there. And I was like listening, and I'm like, that is not what I said. And he's really good at that. So I'm going to tell you. Oh, wait. It was with Kenneth's pick, right? Yeah, about how he has a presence in the room. And by the way, weren't your parents a little bit judgmental about him? Okay, Anyway.
Latinos
Really,
Those Latinos are
oh,
good.
really? Seems like some details was left out.
So I got Kenneth. So Kenneth, you're a mastermind. You're a manipulator, right? You like.
Damn.
Here's the deal. It's for
That's a
Kenneth. It's not
compliment.
necessarily about presence because Kenneth uses his mind, right? So when it comes to winning a battle, if Kenneth is going to win a battle, he uses it by not actually attacking directly, but rather manipulating the situation,
Yeah.
as we have seen with gameplay with you and other situations, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I thought Oran Guru, right? Because that's his edge, that's his style. Okay, for Andreas.
Oh, shit.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah. I chose Apom because Apom, it's got a good sense of humor, it's got a playful side, but also in addition to that, Apom's a really social creature, and when it comes to Andreas, like he's the host with the most, right? He's always right? Like so yeah, I picked Apom for Andreas. For Max,
I picked that myself because you didn't pick one for me.
I couldn't pick
That's
one.
not fair.
I was.
And you.
Do you want me to tell you what I was originally gonna pick for Max?
Max
Yeah.
is like, oh, either you pick this Dragonite or the
I did not pick Dragonite for Max. I was originally gonna pick Delibird because I never ask him to, but he works year round trying to make me happy, and he always comes up with these gifts. I kind of feel like I'm always in debt, right? Because he's always giving me nice stuff, but anyways, I was supposed to pick Delibird. Just happens to be, I don't know. Yeah,
I feel like Ruben honestly got me.
So
right.
this is Josh. Because Josh, how long does it take for you to get ready when we gotta go somewhere?
That's true.
Yo, I like
I get it. His house takes like a half an hour.
Oh, shit.
He's got mad style, right? What was it, Furfowl?
Fur fry, yeah.
Yeah, Furfowl. He got mad style, right? It
Oh,
takes him
shit.
for.
Oh,
Yo, that's
Tears.
spot on though. Like,
tears,
That's
man.
a pretty good one,
saying. Like I saw it and then I was just like, that one's Josh.
Dude, my mom said that she's like, damn, he takes more time than me to get out of the shower.
yo, shower is where it's at, man.
Because you don't care.
Yeah, that's what my mom said too. She's like, "Saca algo, cabrón."
Yo, y'all just don't like water just splashing on you and shit, like just relaxing. in the
Nigga, not
shower?
for 2 hours.
Fuck that. I'm staying there for 3.
Oh shit.
All right,
Oh.
so Lou, I'm sorry it's not Bulbasaur. I'm sorry it's not Venusaur, but when I see Totodile, I see he's ferocious, but then he's got this big smile on his face, so like you could tell like he has bite, but he's all smiley. So I was like, yeah, that's Lou. That's Lou. I mean, look at him. He's just pure joy, right? You don't want to get on his bad side, but right now he's pure joy.
I only want to see him a little bit chubby. It's like a little head.
All right. And he's got some nice evolutions too. Now, speaking of evolutions, I chose Marowak for Ray.
No, Cubone.
Cubone. Okay, right. Cubone evolves to Marowak. All right. So I chose Cubone for Ray because Ray, I don't know, he's got this like weight that he carries with him, right? But he's really got to. I feel like in order to evolve to Marowak, he's really got to learn to work with that weight, to really incorporate it, as a part of himself, right? I don't know.
And this is not his physical weight.
No, I don't mean
yeah.
physically. Oh, damn. I mean, like, because, like, Ray, he's kind of broody, he's kind of like, he's got this, like, feel about the world. But then at the same time, it's like, if he uses that, it could be his strength. It could become his strength. Yeah, so that's why I chose that one for Ray.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So with that being said, me as a Ringru is racist. I'm sorry. You can't do that. I'm sorry.
I mean, he even has a purple shirt.
Yeah, he does got the purple shirt.
I think that's spot on.
Alright, that was it.
It's funny.
Yeah, so again, it's a Pokemon household over here. So she wanted to put And by the
Okay.
way, like she barely knows most of these Pokemon. So
These were some interesting picks from
They,
everybody.
they really were, yeah.
Hotspot's
That was funny as
perfect for
hell.
that spot. That does.
no, let's see. I think we have one more.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
do.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's Ray's pick. Okay, so I'm interested to see in this one because we also have a few overlaps in this.
Yeah, I mean
this
some
one.
of them. I think for Kenneth, I pick Towers because he's hard headed sometimes. He's like I because the thing is with Kenneth, I talk to him the most because we obviously we have it on the channel, we have the political channel, and I have discussions with him all the time. And sometimes we get into an argument, and I know like Erica said that. Well, I think who was it? I think it was you. I know who when you have until when you have a discussion with him, he tries to manipulate the argument.
Ah,
He tries to manipulate. He tries to manipulate the argument. Right? He tries to manipulate the argument. So he takes this route.
What a friend, Ray.
Yeah. He takes this
No, no,
route.
that's not what this is about. It's about the truth. Okay. Go ahead.
So it was either Tauros or Dragonite, whichever of those two, but mostly Tauros. Whenever he has his mind set on one thing, he goes for it and he sticks there unless he changes it. You cannot come and say, "Oh, Kenneth, what about this? You changed your mind." And it's like, nope, because if it comes from you, I'm not gonna change my mind. So that's exactly it. Yeah. So
I tell Kenneth, hey Kenneth, you should start every video by saying, "Hi, welcome to this channel. Today we're gonna talk about this." And he's like, "Nope."
Yeah, it's straight up.
Like, I tried. Tell him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, this is your boy Cupcake and Pancake.
Yeah.
You try
He
I
does that.
tried. I've read so many names by him. I tried Ice
Oh,
Cream.
shit.
But because I know, but he's whatever. Yeah.
So, all right.
I kind
You
of.
want to move to
All
Andre
right,
first?
all right. So address
shit.
it was either Lucario or
Hey.
obviously Hitmonchan, whichever of those two. And well, I picked Lucario because he's an overall. He seems like he's very overall fit, right? You do like marathons here and there. You go out of your way to always stay active, and also you're very intelligent overall. You're a very independent person. You're always a well-minded person. You care about people. Obviously, yeah, that's pretty much it. I picked Lucario. Then let's
Yeah,
move on
to me
to
now?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, where did you find this, man?
What the fuck is that?
It's Ray
It's supposed to be
I know,
Ludicolo,
right?
right?
Yeah, Ludicolo, yeah.
All right,
Ray Creek's just
Ludicolo.
like, damn. Let me
What
find
the
it, boy.
You gotta
Oh,
have a good
shit.
self-image, right?
I mean,
Oh,
when I picked this Pokemon, I was a little bit in a rush because my mom wanted to leave or something. But I know Max had this Pokemon in his arsenal back in the day, and he even happened to be drawn his trainer right next to him. Or sometimes he had like
Yeah.
self images with him when he just drew him and the trainer, which was him, obviously. And but Max is more like if you get to know him, he's a very playful person when he's not concentrating on his business. Like he's a person whenever he's doing the thing that he needs to do, he takes care of it, he gets it out of the way, and after that, he enjoys. He goes and does whatever he wants to do, right? And that could go either, also your way because let's say I'm doing something that I'm trying to focus on, then Max sometimes won't take it serious because it's not something that he considers his business. He sort of starts being himself and starts like being a little bit loose and and whatnot. But
Silly.
yeah, because you don't take it
Yeah.
serious. You only take yourself serious. Let's move
Yeah,
on to Josh.
I do agree with that. Like when I'm in that mood, in the Ludicolo mood, a lot of times I tend to undermine, like what other people may be doing because I'm done with my shit. Yeah, I get it.
Right.
You want to move to Josh?
Yeah. Joe,
This one I didn't understand.
Ghastly.
What?
well, to be honest, this one I picked it really fast. But it was mostly I think it's better to pick Hitmonlee instead of Ghostly for Josh because he's
What?
a
Why Hitmonlee?
because you like you seem to be like obviously you're a pretty fit
Oh,
guy.
he's saying you're dead inside.
Like you know how like when you see the classic Pokemon Adventures the first season and you get to see Hitmonlee and him Enchanted in that episode and
Uh-huh.
both of them are like they like to like to pretend that they are the shit. Sometimes I like that Josh likes to just say that or do that for the sake of a joke. But him and Lee happens to be is very fit, he's very fast. And when we went to play football with fucking Josh for the first time, god damn it. Right? Right? And I couldn't believe he
You
fucking
wasn't
lost,
crazy
bro.
fast. You were just really slow.
No, but he wasn't my team.
Yo,
He was,
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't my
was on
team.
your team.
He
huh?
wasn't my
That's
team.
true, yeah.
We lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You it was kind of your fault though, right?
No, because you burned my ass at the end, yeah. But it's like, because
Exactly.
because the thing is, I kept Josh inside the game most of the time because he was fast. So I only
Yeah.
came in when they had a short place and shit. But the one time I kept them out of the fucking game because I felt bad like, oh, Josh is taking all the labor, right? So I get in, and the moment I get in, fucking lose the game because of me. But that's what I chose him on leave.
So is this Hitmonlee or Ghastly?
No, it's him on. Well, I put gas.
That's
in here.
gas. But he wanted to be.
Yeah,
him.
him on leave.
Yeah.
Later on,
So
I
he
thought
just,
about
he
it.
just had
Ah,
a
I see.
pick.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But it's not ghastly whatsoever. Maybe
Gotcha,
maybe I picked ghastly because it looked like him, kind of. That's fucked up.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't be hating on my look, bitch.
They even dropped the camera. What the fuck? All right, go. Let's go,
Okay.
Ruben. Ruben is the obvious,
All
right?
right.
Ruben is the obvious. Ruben is the
Better
obvious.
be. Better be.
It
You better be.
because
Boy.
like
Better-
once you get to
Now
know.
let's be real. Ruben chose this for himself.
No. What happened?
Sorry, there you go.
Yeah. So the reason why I picked, obviously, most people would have picked something else for Ruben, and like obviously, everyone did. But once you get to know Ruben, it's like why you care about this stupid Pokemon so much, right? And you get like if you get to see the series, the anime series, Bulbasaur acts a lot like Ruben. Whenever he's serious, and whenever he's mad, he doesn't want to talk to you. Or like if you are like somebody he doesn't know, he will hold a grudge.
Isn't that more like Chikorita?
No,
Yeah,
Chikorita is
pretty
worse.
Yeah,
Chikorita is
sounds like
worse.
Chikorita.
Yeah.
Chikorita is
No,
worse.
Bulbasaur's pretty determined too. I mean, he essentially doesn't he rules Oak's garden, right? Like,
That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Chikorita is worse. Chikorita is one of the
That
entire.
particular.
But Bulbasaur, he could be very playful and he could like have that animated face and get along with other people. He's very social. as well. But when he gets mad, he gets mad. So it's between both. So I was like, okay, it seems like that's Ruben. There you go.
Okay.
Him and Leaferton.
There you go. That's
Cool.
everybody.
See, those look like
No,
him.
with missing one, Ken. All right, it's your
I
shit,
know.
bro. Follow us.
I know who I am, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So for Ruben, I pick Quilladin. Yep. That Pokemon reminds me of Ruben just off the face of it. Just look at him. He's brown. Brown. No. But it's like everyone else says, right? Like Quilladin, like Ruben has this energy about him where it's like he's so happy at times. It's just like, damn, I can't be mad at this guy. But then other times he's like super angry. And he's like he has strong emotions in multiple directions. And so it's like it's easy to get caught up in that energy. That's why I
True.
picked that for him. And so go to Max.
Seems like Luda's he has he's either black or white. It's like there's no in between.
Okay.
No,
Right.
it's not. He's extreme in all the way.
Okay,
All right,
I've
so
seen
Max.
Ruben so angry and depressed that he actually gets a fever. Like he gets
Yeah, right.
sick.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with Ruben. Like it's in a certain direction. So it's like you get caught in the energy. It's like when he's mad, you're like, damn, that sucks. But when he's like super happy, you're like, oh man, great times.
Remember
He's like,
we
it's
went
always
to the
Yeah.
DMV with him. Remember you went to the DMV with him.
yeah.
And he failed the test, bro. Oh my
Yeah,
fucking god.
he failed the driving test, written test three times before I took it once.
Wait, he's talking about
the
the written test. The written test.
the written test.
They're
Yeah.
really yeah.
Right. Like I was like, oh man, when's your second time? He's like, oh, I used all 3 times already. I'm like, what? I just took it.
And
You're
I
totally like
at
so
one
fast.
DMB, you were the one in Englewood, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ruben fucking walked from there all the way to the fucking house. That's how angry he was.
Serious?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, what?
like
Yo, I
Ruben-
told you to catch the bus.
no, he didn't. You and Josh took a bus, and then he walked all the way to the house.
Man.
You don't understand my feelings, dude. When hey, I didn't want to lash at nobody, especially at my house, bro. I just walked, dude, and I saw some hobos, man. I made friends with hobos too. He was like, "Hey, what's up?"
as you should, because homeless people are people too. So go to Matt.
All right, next. This one I honestly don't know why.
Okay, so this is Dotler, right? So what Dotler does is that he always scans the area around him. And I think that's what Max does, right? Because every time I talk to Max, he's like doing some crazy stuff I would have never thought of ever at any point in time. So I'm like, oh man, where are you finding this stuff? Like, I think he just like, it tells you how smart Max is and like how like engaged with the world Max is. That's why I chose that one.
Okay.
All right, so Andres. Deli
I had to
burgers.
pick this.
So the reason I chose deli burgers is because why you're always handing out gifts. Don't know why. At the same time, like you're really friendly. Like I haven't really seen. I mean, I've seen you annoyed, but I've never really seen you like mad.
No, I've seen him mad.
Like mad.
Oh, I've seen him pissed off.
Oh yeah, but the thing is like wait. Whenever he comes over, he's always like hi. Drop something off by like, and it's like that's the vast majority of my interaction with Audra.
He's like, here you go. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you don't have to give me a gift. Here's a gift. It's like, oh no, that's cool. We can just hang out for Christmas. Here's some new shoes. And it's like no, you don't have to really. No, but it's like I just because like he's really nice. He gives out stuff. It's like he's really determined to give out stuff. Okay, so go to Ray.
Wow.
So I chose Slacky for Ray. The reason why I chose Slacky for Ray is because where Ray, like Ray slacks off a lot, but when he does do something, it's amazing. Like it's like oh my god, you could do this, and he's like, yeah, but I don't feel like it. That's Ray. Like he'll show you like some crazy ass skill that you never thought he had, and then like the next week he's just on his phone for like a whole week. And, like, so it's like slacking. It's like when he does move, he could kill a Pokemon in one hit, but that's if he chooses to move. That's why I chose slacking. And so Josh.
Interesting.
So I chose Chatot for
It's
Josh.
one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, so,
Oh
so
yeah, it is.
It's a really
So-
nice design, not gonna lie.
yeah, so I chose Chatot for Josh. The reason I chose is because Josh, he's always like listening to music, his own world. But the thing is, when you like annoy him or bring him out of it, right? Like it's like he gives you that look, like, oh really though? And so he's like, oh, so that's how it is. So you don't know if he's gonna do something or not. But he gives you a look as it's like, oh, like that's what it's gonna be. Like, okay, well, like we'll see.
Yeah,
That's why I chose Shout Yeah, so I was like, that's why I chose Shout Out because it's a music note. Because he always listens to music. Like he creates his own world, like for himself, like to like live in. And like when you disrupt it or like when you annoy him, because like I live with him, like I annoy him a lot. So when you annoy him, he's like, oh really? Like he won't say anything. He'll just give you that look that Shout Out was giving, like, oh okay. That's why I chose Shout Out.
That's that look that Josh gives when a girl doesn't give him the pussy.
Oh shit.
That got me fucked up.
That's one thing that we kind of had if you notice, we all kind of picked, well, not all, but a few of us picked things for Josh based on his sight, his gaze,
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
I know that I picked Thievul because how his eyes are. Like he's very expressive in that sense. Apparently, it's
Right.
crazy. And I do agree with your pick right here. That's Josh is like when he looks up, up from his phone, he's always like, "Really?" Ray,
Yeah, no, because like that's the look he'll give. He be like, hey man, you know something. I don't want to talk to you right now, bro. like the fuck you trying to talk to me though?
Yo, when I'm listening to music and I'm in the zone, I don't give a fuck who's around me. Yo. I'm just plugged in, and that's it.
It's like, are you trying to sell me a car? Did I tell you I don't want a car? And he'll just- But he won't say it. He'll just look at you that way.
and that's all you need to know, right? It's like,
Exactly. It's like, oh, okay, you're doing something. I'll turn around.
so yeah, these are picks. We have. I think the only overlaps we had was with
Me.
Andres. Got it twice.
I got
right?
twice.
I think the most overlap was Ruben.
Yeah.
Ruben had the
it?
most overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chess.
Because everyone
he had
picked
like
out
that
the same
donkey.
basic thing. Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
people picked out the same basic quality for Ruben, which is like he's
Yeah.
he's really happy. He has like good energy about him.
Of
The
course,
one
I'm
that
very
threw me off the
emotional.
most is
So.
Squirrel. Yeah. I think
I think
Andres'
Max also had a
analysis
decent
of
one.
Josh, the Smeargle was pretty dope too.
Yeah.
I like that one too. And when he's all about Ray being cold, sometimes it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, I'm honest.
All right. Anything
I'm
else when it comes
I'm
to
honest.
that you guys want to discuss? I know this has been kind of a odd bit. And I hope you guys.
This was an
I hope our
interesting
friendship
episode.
remains
not
after
gonna lie.
this.
Stop sharing screen.
Oh,
You just had a blast, dude.
there was one thing that we didn't talk about in the last podcast that with all this new generational gaming and stuff like that that I was talking to Ken and Josh about. Destiny 2 presented the key term of intergenerational
You
gaming.
should pause that and we talk about it next week.
Okay, we can do that. I mean, it would have been.
And we
would've
actually did talk about it.
Yeah, but that was off podcast.
All right.
I mean,
so
you just let him mention
we'll
it right
save for
quick.
next
We have
time.
like 10 minutes
All right,
left.
you got,
yeah.
you got 2 minutes to
Okay.
summarize.
Well,
it would've been-
that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so intergenerational, they just presented it. It's just saying that that you can play PS5 to PS4 and Xbox One to the Xbox Series X, and so it doesn't matter what generation you're playing. You could still play with other players using other consoles from other generations, and they're also presenting crossplay for all those other consoles as well, from PC to Xbox to PS4, and you'll be able to play all those different platforms with other people. So they're the first game company that has keyed the term intergenerational gaming. And hopefully, if they have a good model on it, other games will follow suit with it.
I mean, Cyberpunk is, right? Where you get a free copy with
Yeah,
if
but
you buy.
it's not cross.
Oh, right, but you
carry over.
right, I get what you're saying.
Right.
I get what you're
That's what
saying.
he's saying.
Yeah.
Microsoft games are like that. They're gonna be like that
I just
Yeah.
because you
I
any
just-
any
I just
any
wish there
Microsoft.
were-
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Say it.
Any
I think
first
yours
party
was more
Microsoft
quick.
games are gonna be on Series X. Will be on Xbox One, so they're gonna cross between saves and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just wish
they-
there was a place where I can go and tell them, hey, I have these games. Can I give them to you, and you can give me access to whatever new version you guys have? Because
Yep.
I don't want to buy them again.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
and it's cool too because Destiny 2 is they're not making another sequel to a game. They're keeping Destiny 2, and they already have a 3-year plan, and they already presented that. And so, like, of games were to do that, just have a game. You don't have to keep making sequels, but you just keep rolling out the updates and just keep going with that game by just presenting new updates. Then you wouldn't have to keep buying the same game over and over again.
Yeah, but companies, they want money.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
sequels
so
tend to put an eye on that game again.
Yeah, it's revitalizing a game that maybe like
That's
people
why-
want. Yeah,
That's the only reason Overwatch 2 is being made. Overwatch
Yeah,
1
no.
was supposed to be supported for 10 years,
yep.
and that changed.
Mhm.
So,
I mean, look
Yeah.
at Fortnite, dude.
yeah,
be
but
honest.
you're never going to get a Fortnite 2. That's a free-to-play game.
Yeah,
No, but
I mean, technically, they gave you Fortnite 2, but it wasn't really Fortnite 2.
yeah.
well, you got battle passes. That's what I'm saying. Still keep going, unless Warzone does something.
That should be the end of it.
Man, me crying.
Be out this bitch.
All right then.
So
Anything else you guys
cross-generational
want to
play.
add?
I appreciate all the Pokemon. We all know that we've all could have gone super negative with this. We chose to keep it somewhat positive. Yeah, so
uh,
I guess that's a bonus, sparing everyone's feelings.
I mean, we took shots at every now and then, dude.
It was
No,
funny,
they weren't like terrible shots.
but no, but it was funny shots. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
it was funny
I
when Ray was
mean-
like, all right, roast me.
I think everybody needs a time to like number one reflect, and number two, if we're gonna be doing this, right, we need to know who we are, right? Like we need to
Right.
let also our audience know, like why us five of six, right? 6 or 5 of us.
Six.
Yeah.
It's
Six.
7, maybe
Why all
8.
six-
Who
Yeah,
knows?
all 6 of us have come together and are doing this, right? We are very different people.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm a thief.
Well, you were.
Hey, man, they made me slide too, so.
Well, don't like
I wonder when you guys chose the crocodile, was it because of my eyes?
No.
Because you're
No!
black, bro.
No.
Because you're black.
Oh, is it because the way I stand and look at people?
It's because they think
No,
they have a
no.
certain perception of you, and you're not. Like
Like that, yeah. It's like when I first met you in Japanese class, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have the aura. It's just like you didn't care. Whatever you say, whatever. And then until I talked to you, and we got a certain conversation about what we like, and we play video games together, right?
Yeah.
Then I found the fun of you. You get me?
Yeah.
But my first perspective was like I thought you were like, quiet and angry person.
This is not
Look,
the express
look,
your
this-
feelings.
When
I'm not taking offense to it.
When
I'm
I
just
met
wondering,
Kenneth-
I'm just wondering, what was the common trait between
I
the
have
two?
to talk about this
Well, when
outside.
when I met Kenneth, I thought he was part of
we
the
got
gang.
5 minutes to fill.
When I met Kenneth, I knew because Ruben, the same day he met him, I think, he came and
You
was
were
like,
next
"Hey,
to me.
no, because we didn't meet him the same."
Japanese class.
Yeah, no, he was right next to us, but he never talked to him until I left. Remember?
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
day you
because
left.
I left, and Ruben's like, "Oh, I had no one to talk to."
Oh,
So,
yeah, Josh is right. We can wait till after 5.
But then
When
when
it comes
when
to like, if you want to just
This
say
is not
physical,
express your feelings podcast.
all right.
No,
so if
this
you want to
expressing
just
canon.
physical
one.
traits, I think Krokorok, the one I picked, was number one. His expression, right? His facial expression, really did kind of like help me cue into your energy in that sense. And the other thing is that out of all Pokemon, right, the only one whose base pose is folded arms, right? You have fucking Arceus, like god level Pokemons, and they're not as confident as these guys are. As this guy is, it's like he's so confident on his own power. It's just kind of cool. I don't like when he Crook. When I saw this, I was just like, dude. Number
Well,
one.
look at that
when you-
smile, though. Look at
Yeah.
that smile. It just-
when you're playing VGC and you see that somebody has a crocodile on their team, you're like, oh shit, I gotta prep for that. Like that's the threat, So I was just like, okay, I see why kind of where Lou was going. I thought that's what it was.
Okay. No, because I just noticed like the black eyes. I mean, I like their black eyes. I like the way their eyes are shaped.
Oh,
I
you
thought it
go,
was
oh, that's
Yeah.
you, though. That's your vibe.
But I think they're supposed to mirror shades, right?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
supposed to be like the Japanese punk shades. Yeah.
Okay. Let's wrap this up.
Alright. We about to get up out of here. We've been here way too goddamn long, expressing our feelings about each other and whatnot.
Almost 4
All right.
hours.
Yeah, there was a lot to talk about though.
It really was.
So,
Yeah.
but it's all good. We out. We out of here. It's a good episode.
No, I got you.
Yeah, I think
See
so.
you guys later.
Yeah,
And,
y'all
if,
can check
and
out
if
my.
you guys think about something, throughout the week that you guys want to bring out like this, just let us know.
Right.
Yeah, you
For
let us know
sure.
what you guys liked. What do you guys enjoy?
Yeah, I'm gonna plug myself in because I'm gonna do that. Okay, y'all can check out my YouTube on Title XP, and yeah, my Twitch is dead, so I'll be back soon.
All right,
Okay. All right.
Peace.
See you guys.
Later.
Nice seeing you guys. Stay safe out there.
Till
Plug
next
your
week.
channel, goddammit.
Till next week.